Hello and welcome to another episode on the JB Wargamer 87 YouTube channel. It is the Astra Militarum, the 18th Cadian Army Group versus the Dark Angels Space Marine chapter. So it is Imperials against Imperials, and you're probably thinking, James, why is it Imperials against Imperials? Well, it is perfectly narrative. The Fallen have been present in this sector, and alongside a detachment of Astra Militarum, which is the army that I'll be using today, and they have not given the information as to the whereabouts of Cypher. So to protect Cypher, the Astra Militarum have said we're not going to give the Dark Angels the information required to see his whereabouts. So in retaliation and purge, the Dark Angels have been sent to destroy those that have witnessed presence of Cypher, hence this battle report. We're doing a new series on the channel. We're going to be using the open war cards. We've pretty much done all the standard missions from the Warhammer 40,000 rulebook and grand tournament missions, but we like to do different missions nonetheless. So we're going to be doing an open war game, but we're going to be using matched play rules. So we're going to be using the open war cards for the first time. The mission will be revealed as we go through the video. But for now, we're going to take a look at the lists. Right, this is roughly 2,000 points of Astra Militarum. The power level for this detachment is 103 power level. So roughly 2,000 points. We've both gone for a narrative type list and play style, so it's not competitive whatsoever here. So I'm going to go through my army list. I'm going to check out what we've got. So leading the detachment today, we have our faithful Patreon, Captain Tyler Griselli. Captain Tyler Griselli is in command of this sector. So his warlord trait is that he has the Grand Strategist ability. So on a 5+, he regains a command point. And I'm going to give the Relic of Lost Cadia to the platoon commander, aka warrant officer, George Whitehall. So George Whitehall has the Relic of Lost Cadia. The warlord is here, and that is Captain Tyler Griselli. So we have a Primaris Psyker. The powers, we've got Smite, Psychic Barrier, and Mental Fortitude. So morale could be a big thing here, so I decided to go for that power here as well. So we also have 15 command points, 3 for being battle forged, and we have another 12 to fulfill the detachment. So it is a battalion detachment, and all of these models here have the Cadian keyword, which means if a model stays still in the shooting phase, they get to re-roll their hit rolls of 1. So that's pretty handy for the Cadians there. And furthermore, if they have the take aim order, they get to re-roll hit rolls if they stay still. We have a Commissar, and here's Charles Cranford. Charles Cranford, he is equipped with a power sword and plasma pistol. And then we have a platoon command. We have a guardsman equipped with a platoon banner. And then we have another guardsman equipped with a Voxcaster. And then we have another guardsman with a flamer and another with a medic. So I'll put these in the appropriate order, as you see in my narrative series. So that there. And we have, we're going to spend a command point for over here to give these the White Shield keyword. So as you probably know now, that these are not conscripts anymore, these are White Shields. So White Shields get leadership 6 instead of leadership 4, and furthermore they can take orders without rolling a Royal Recruit's dice, and that's pretty handy there. So exactly the same weapon skill and ballistic skill, but the morale is better and they're better trained when taking orders. So we have 2 patrons. We have Zach Butler and David Iveson there for the White Shields. And then we've got 5 infantry squads. So we have, for this squad here, we have Sergeant First Class Patrick Darling. And then in his squad, he has all the squads are equipped with Vox casters and grenade launchers, but there will be random heavy weapons teams in amongst the squad. So we have a fire team here of autocannon for Sergeant Darling's squad here. And then we have another Patreon. We have Tyler Gavin, Sergeant Tyler Gavin. He's in command of this squad. And there's two more patrons. We have Harrison and Anthony Leach, Guardsman 2nd class. And then we have a Heavy Bolter to support them as well. And then we have another Patreon. We have Shay Strait, also known as Cadian Sergeant Steele. So a new patron that has been added to the Patreon page and on the debut on the channel for the first time. So thank you, Shay, for your support there. If you do want to check out his Instagram page, he has an amazing collection of Astra Militarum. Do check that out. There will be a link in the description below, just to do a little shout out for him and for supporting the channel. Thank you, Cadian Sergeant Steele, for your support. So he's in command of this squad here. He's just a sergeant, the rank is sergeant, and then we have here Donald Hammer with a grenade launcher, and then we have Ben Wydern here. So Donald Hammer will be promoted at the end of this video for his faithful support on the Patreon page. And then we have a las cannon over here, a fire team of las cannon. And then for over here, we have Sergeant Peter Nastro. So Sergeant Peter Nastro, I believe he is a staff sergeant, and his certificate. So in his squad, there is a fire team of autocannon there, and we have a grenade launcher and Vox as well. And then we have Drew Gunnez in the command of this squad, along with Guardsman 2nd class Jesse Patton. This is your model here, and then we have a fire team of a missile launcher squad. And then we have Devin Matthews. He wants to be a bonehead. Now, I found this tag, his spare tag, in amongst the Ogrin box. So he's going to be an Ogrin bonehead, leading this detachment of 9 Ogrins with Ripper guns. So that's the infantry. Now we're going to go over to the armoured support here. So we have a Hydra flak tank. We have a Wyvern as well, all bulk standard. And then for over here, the reconnaissance section of the detachment, we have Marshal Cummings. Now Marshal Cummings has been promoted. He is of the rank of Acting Lieutenant Colonel. But in his certificate, he is a rank of Major. So thank you for your support there, Marshal. And he loves his Sentinels. So he is in command of this squadron here. It is a squadron of Sentinels. And then we have Luke Zringel in this Sentinel here. And then we have Ray Cross in this Sentinel here. And then over here, we have 2 Punisher Lehman Russes. And we have Sponson multi-melters on both a hull-mounted las cannon and the Punisher Gatling cannon. And this is commanded by Joseph Darling with this Punisher here. And then we have Chris Comiskey is in command of this Lehman Russ here. And then in command, the company command tank, we have Maxfield Knuckles, and he is equipped with just the Lehman Russ exterminator pattern, which is a twin auto cannon. So there you go. So that there roughly works just over 2,000 points list here, but 103 power level. Just a special shout out to Tier 7 Ultramarine members here. So we have Dean Lighton, Darren Gardner, Thomas Moore, CJ Velasco, and Marcus Thrace. These are your patronic dice that will be represented in the game today. Just as a quick disclaimer, just to add another unit, and that is a Tech Priest Engine Seer that has been added to the list. So Tech Priest Engine Seer has been added. So there you go. So that's the force that's been sent to deal against the Dark Angels. And then we're going to do our cry now. Cadia stands and for the Emperor. So that there is the force. Let's check out the Dark Angels. Right, this is the roughly 100 power level just over 2,000 points of Dark Angels that has been sent against the 18th Cadian Army Group. Such civil war. First time on the channel. So civil war has been brewed now, and it is perfectly narrative, totally justifiable. There have been Imperial civil wars in amongst the Black Library books and things like that, so this is one of them. So it's Dark Angels versus the 18th Cadian Army Group. And we have back a faithful patron and member of SSWG, Phil Marshall. He's also got a Dark Angels army, and it's a mix of Firstborn and Primaris as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. And new models I haven't seen with Phil's new painting. So you've got the new Outriders as well.
Yeah.
And the Redemptor Dreadnought as well. So it looks absolutely fantastic. And of course, he's going to be using his Dark Angels dice. GW. So we're going to be using them just like my Ultramarines, as it's a GW product. So that there is the army. Let's take a look at what they are equipped with, and Phil is going to take it away. So which are you going to start, Phil?
Right, okay, so this is a, it's got two detachments here. We've got a Vanguard detachment, which is this detachment here. Now it's all Deathwing.
Yep.
Or it's all Deathwing or in a circle. So it becomes first company.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which means that all of them are objective secured.
Oh.
And because Azrael is my warlord,
mm-hmm.
he gives me 3 command points back.
Okay.
So,
right.
HQ, Azrael,
mm-hmm.
who is the leader of the Dark Angels.
That's this guy here.
Yeah, still waiting a new model from GW. I thought this time would have been the one, but fortunately not. So he's still very sadly small, but there he is. Never mind.
Never mind.
He's as completely as per the book. There's nothing added to him except he's got the adamantine mantle relic, which gives him a 5-up feel no pain.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the all the standard items, and he's got the helm bearer next to him, bearing the lion helm. The elites, we have a Deathwing Apothecary, which is the model behind.
Yep, this guy
He is upgraded to a Chief Apothecary.
Oh, so he's chapter, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
And we also have the Chaplain in Terminator armour.
Okay, oh yeah, the
Interrogator Chaplain.
Interrogator Chaplain. Okay.
He knows the Canticle of Hate is his extra canticle that he knows.
Okay.
Apart from the standard one. And yeah, he has nothing else. He has no relic or anything. Just bog standard.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we have elites in this group. We've got a squad of Deathwing Knights.
Deathwing Knights.
These guys here.
Yep.
They have the usual rules, nothing extra. We've got 2 squads of Deathwing Terminators. We've got a squad of 5.
Yep.
And they're WYSIWYG, what you can see there. We've got a sergeant with power sword, we've got 2 thunderhammers, we've got a stormbolter and a stormbolter with a missile launcher.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
And then we've got another squad here of Terminators, a bigger squad. So there's 10 in this one with sergeant.
All WYSIWYG, of course.
WYSIWYG, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we have that's those. That's
the Deathwing detachment.
Yeah, Deathwing. So yeah, they are all first company.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, there's one more part to go with it. Of course, it's a Redemptor Dreadnought, and he's been inducted to the Deathwing.
Oh.
Paid the points for rites of initiation.
Yep.
Well, it's a one power level actually, so it's +1 or 15 points for the Dreadnought to become. He's in the Deathwing, so he gets the Deathwing keyword in a circle, etc.
Okay.
The best thing about these, apart from the fact that they're all objective secured, is they have I'm not sure what it's called, but they have permanent transhuman. They can only be wounded on a hit of 4+.
Oh, and be damaged on.
Yeah.
On wounded on 4+. Okay. Oh, so it gives you some protection then. That's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
it's buried amongst here, but yeah, they can only have they can only get damage that's 4+.
So he's just been inducted, but then the servitors haven't had time to paint the dreadnought.
That's right. They're going to repaint him.
They were rushed in a hurry.
Yeah.
Into the fight. Okay.
It might, when they pick his bits off of the battlefield after this game, they can they can put him together and paint him in the right colour.
Yep. Is there anything else?
So that's that.
It's so funny what you're doing. It's like you're going through the scrolls of like what equipment you've got. It's very Astartes.
And now to go with it, we've got an Outrider detachment, and this is the Raven Wing.
Okay.
Similar thing. We've got, because they're all Raven Wing.
Yep.
Then they become second company.
Ah, okay.
So they are all objective secured, apart from the flyer, of course, which isn't.
Okay. Yep.
So they have an HQ.
Yep.
And they've got the Raven Wing Talonmaster, which is the speeder over there.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a lieutenant.
Yeah.
And then we've got a single attack bike, which is what makes up one of the 3 squads. Mm-hmm. Single attack bike.
Multi-melter.
With multi-melter.
Twin bolt gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a firstborn bike squad.
Yeah.
Just 3 bikes, basic.
Yeah.
Keep the points down.
Yeah.
And then we've got the new Outriders.
Outriders, yes.
So they're what you see, what you get. There's no nothing else special to them. Just they've got bolters and chainsaws.
I like the fact that you put the Raven Wing feathers at the back.
That's right. They've been upgraded to the Raven Wing. Yeah,
very good.
Been done.
Excellent. And then you have a.
Then we've got
flyer.
the Raven Wing Dark Talon, which I used to like to use a lot in 7th and 8th editions.
Yeah.
Not used it in 9th.
Okay.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
But it's very deadly. Whether it actually gets its points back or not will remain to be seen.
Will remain to be seen.
Because the Rift Cannon is very dangerous. And I'll let you find out.
Yeah, we'll find out about that when we continue on this video here. So that there is roughly 2,000 points, just
over 2,000 points.
About
100 power level.
100
exactly
power
100 power level.
Exactly 100 power level. Okay, that's excellent. So there is the Dark Angels force, and we're going to find out what the chant is for the Dark Angels. Well, Phil just straight away found out what it is because it's at the back of the codex.
It's on every codex.
So, do you want me to chant it?
Yes, you're much better.
Oh, you want me to chant it? Okay. Okay. I'm used to the Ultramarines one. Never forget, never forgive. Okay, fair enough. So that there is the battle cry for the Dark Angels, and there you go. That is the force that has been sent to deal against the Astra Militarum. What we're going to do now is going to go for scenario and deployment next. Okay, this is Open War debuting on the channel for the first time. So these cards have symbology here. So this symbol here represents the actual main mission, primary mission, and then we have the deployment card here. This one is the twist, and this one here is the ruse, and this one here is sudden death, but we're not using sudden death because I don't have less or more than double the power level or points value of my opponent. So sudden death won't be in this particular mission here. We're going to concentrate on these 4 here. So I'm going to pick this one here, this card. This here is the mission. Okay, so storm their lines. So braving the guns of the enemy, courageous warriors must charge across no man's land to overrun the enemy position over the bodies of their fallen brethren. So, after determining deployment zones, starting with the defender, which is me, we've both discussed this off camera, I am the defender, the Dark Angels are attacking. So each player alternates placing objective markers until 6 have been set up. Each objective marker must be within the deployment zone. The player placing it more than 6 away from the edge of the battlefield and more than 9 away from any other objective markers. So at the end of each of their turns, each player scores 1 victory point for each objective marker within their own deployment zone that they control, and 2 victory points for each objective marker within their opponent's deployment zone that they control. The player with the most victory points at the end of the battle is the winner. So that there is the objective mission there. I'm just going to do this, it's all been shuffled randomly, so I'm just going to do this on camera here. So this is here is the deployment. Okay, that looks quite interesting. Looks like a hammer and anvil type spearhead deployment here. Now, Phil, which one do you want to choose here?
So you've got slightly more points than me, so you get the twist card.
Or is it the ruse? Check. I think it's the ruse.
Yeah, ruse.
It's the ruse, isn't it?
That's yours.
Okay,
so I get the twist one.
So this one here is the twist.
That affects both of us.
Okay, this affects both of us. The twist. Okay, unstable reality. Okay, reality contorts before the eyes of your forces, moving them to question their strength of mind and will. Subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of all models. Subtract 1 from the combat attrition tests. Okay, it's a bit unstable, this planet here. So that there is the twist, and I'm going to give this card face down, and I'm going to give this to Phil. Phil, take your ruse, as he is less. You have 100 power level, exactly, don't you? We're doing it so it's power level. So he has 100 power level, I have 103 power level. So that there is the ruse for the Dark Angels. So in this series here, these cards that have been used, including the ruse card, they will not be featured in the next random draw when it's a particular type of open war battle. So these cards, once they're used, they won't be used again unless the whole entire deck is resetted. We've got plenty of cards to go through, different types of missions here. Just to make it a little bit more diverse on the channel, it's open war, and we're going to do the deployment now and placing objectives. Okay, we've done the deployment zone and clarification of terrain. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the location of the objective markers. So starting with the defender, alternating the objective markers. I've placed my first one here, then my second one here, and I've been bold, third one right in the middle there. And then that's for the Astra Militarum. And then we have one here, just underneath this industrial oil tanker. And we have another one over here, and we have another one just behind here. So that's the objective markers here. So basically, normal rules for objective markers, if you're in 3 inches of that objective marker, you count as scoring. Furthermore, clarification of terrain. We have craters. These are craters, so they will have -2 to your movement and charge rolls as well. Yeah, movement. So that's that there, and to your charges as well, and +1 to your cover. And then we have light cover for these types of terrain features. So if the base is actually touching the footprint of that terrain feature, they will get the benefit of cover if the unit is wholly within that terrain feature. Over here on the top is exposed position, but on this side here is line of sight blocking. It's the same for over here, and the volcano is line of sight blocking here. And this here is Adeptus Mechanicus terrain set, so this here is -1 and +1 to the saving throws and to hit as well. So it'd be quite handy, a defensive position over there. But they are on the move, the Raven Wing, so I don't think they'll be using that obstacle there. So that there is the clarification of terrain, and we're going to be placing the units now off camera. Right, the forces have been deployed, the deployment dices have been taken off. So starting with the Astra Militarum deployment here, I've placed the armoured sentinels at the front to form a screen to protect this infantry squad here. Not that it makes much of a difference, but this is the reconnaissance element here. So we have Marshal Cummings in this sentinel here, And then we have 2 more, and then we have Luke Tringale and Ray Cross with those Sentinels there. And then we have Sergeant Darling, Sergeant First Class Darling leading the squad here. And then we have Maxfield Knuckles' Lehman Russ here, the Exterminator pattern Lehman Russ. And then we have the Lehman Russ Punisher, and that there is Chris Comiskey's Lehman Russ here. The Tech Priest engines here is at the back to support if there's any damage that is incoming there. We have the Wyvern for artillery support. We have an infantry squad here, and this is led by Sergeant Shay Strait, who's protecting the he is the vanguard at the back at reserve here. And then we have the Ogrins to secure this objective here, along with the Commissar and the Psyker here. And then we have the company command, Captain Tyler Griselli. He's in command, and he's with 3 of that Voxcaster, and to issue plenty of orders over here. And then we have another squad in amongst this terrain feature here, and that's Tyler Gavin's squad there. And then we have another squad over here, and this is Sergeant Drew Gunnez over there. And then we have Sergeant Peter Nastro's squad in that section over there. And then we have the Hydra over here, and then the White Shields leading from the front. And then we have another Lehman Russ, and that is Joseph Darling's Lehman Russ tank there. So that's the Astra Militarum. There's no reserves. And we are going to look at the Dark Angels now. So Phil, tell us, what have you done?
So we've got 2 squads of Terminators on the 2 central objectives.
Yep.
A larger squad underneath here.
Yeah.
In between that, we've got the Apothecary and we've got the Azrael.
Mm-hmm.
So they can use their aura and their repairs onto these 2 groups if
Lovely.
required.
Brilliant.
The Redemptor Dreadnought is just standing here waiting to see if anything comes along that pathway, and he's hiding a little bit from any hopefully from any shots coming in.
Okay.
Taking it careful. And then the Raven Wing I've deployed on this flank.
Yeah.
They're ready to attack this side.
Okay. All right.
The Dark Talon is in play.
Yeah. And the reserves, you have the Knights, don't you?
The Deathwing Knights and the Chaplain are in reserve.
They are in reserve. So, that's the end of the deployment. It is open war rules states that it's very similar to rolling the initiative here. So whoever gets the initiative gets the first turn. First or second turn. So let's find out. I'm going to roll a 5. That's a 5 as well for Phil. I'm going to re-roll this. Now the last time we had a game, we did 4 re-rolls. Phil was there. That's a 6, and that's a 3. I think we're going to have to do the wise thing. I think we're going to have to go first. So, that there is the beginning of the Astra Militarum's battle round. It's battle round 1. Objective markers won't be scored on the first battle round. It only applies to battle round 2 onwards. So we're going to go on to Astra Militarum, battle round 1, turn 1, to the forces of Cadia. And that is a stratagem you deployed there?
Yes, so it's the hunt, is Raven Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Start of the first battle round, before the first turn begins, I select 1 Raven Wing unit from the army.
Yeah.
2 command points.
2 command points, okay. Spent his 2 command points.
That unit can make a normal move as if it were my movement phase, but must end that move more than 9 inches away from any enemy models.
Oh.
So I'm going to play it on the Dark Talon.
Yeah.
And it's going to fly off the board.
Just like that, because it is a flyer. Very clever thinking there from the Dark Angels. So that's the use there of stratagems. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go straight on to the first turn. It is battle round 1, turn 1 for the forces of the Astra Militarum. was on 14 command points. Now I'm back up to 15 command points now at the beginning of the battle round for the Astra Militarum. Right, Astra Militarum turn 1, battle round 1. Most of the vehicles and infantry units have stood still, except for this flank over here. I've moved the sentinels here forward 6 inches. The infantry have moved forward 6 inches here, the Sergeant First Class Darling Squad. And then we have the Leman Russ command vehicle here, that's moved. And then we have the Leman Russ tank over there as well as the Wyvern, because I wanted to get the Wyvern in range with the Terminators, which is just about within range of range 48. So it's worked out pretty well there. So there's nothing else that has moved. They have stayed and held their position over there. And that is about it. So we're going to go straight on to the Psychic phase. And I'm going to cast Psychic Barrier. Now Psychic Barrier in 12 inches, so I'm going to cast it on. Yeah, I'm going to cast it on the command vehicle. So the command tank, a warp charge value of 6, and that goes off an 11, and no psychers are in range. So Psychic Barrier has gone off for the command tank here. So I'll give it some extra protection. So that's the end of the Psychic phase. We're going to go straight on to the orders now, as it is the shooting phase for turn 1, Astra Militarum. Orders have been issued. So I'm going to spend a command point. So 5 plus a regain. I keep that. So just once per turn that I do that. And so still on 15 command points. So basically what's happened here is I'm doing Smoke and Shroud to both of these tanks. The commander has issued an order to the other Leman Russ there. And that is it for orders, and I think it's only really going to be this flank that's going to be shooting. I don't want to advance too closely over here because those Dark Angels look frightening over there, so we want to need as much distance as possible. But over here we're going to try and dent this section over here. Right, spending a command point. Bringing my command tally to 14. All 3 have line of sight to the Redemptor Dreadnought. So I'll be hitting on +2 to my hit rolls. So it would normally be 4s, and it will be hitting on 2s against that Dreadnought, which you believe. Phil is like, what? So he's just going to double check the line of sight here, off camera, to see...
the Sentinels.
Give the Sentinels, yeah?
Yeah.
Just double checking now.
I think he gets cover.
Yeah, you will get cover. Yeah, we're going to give that Redemptor Dreadnought cover there, because it's definitely obscured. So, hitting on 2s with the las cannons. Okay, that's 2 hits, and I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll this, so down to 13 command points. 2 plus, yes, all 3 have hit their mark. Strength 9, toughness 7 on the Redemptor Dreadnought. So 4s will be wounding, okay. Very good. So 4s to wound. Oh, all 3 have wounded. The inner circle ability hasn't made any difference whatsoever. So it's AP -3 with 3 dice, Phil. Right, it's gone through. So AP -3 for 6. So 3 wounds have been taken. So 6 plus save for the Redemptor. 3 saves, a 6 plus. And he's got 1. Okay, there's a Dark Angel symbol there. Has saved 1. It's 2d6 damage. -1 for both dice. Only 2 damage. There's nothing I can do. So it's down to 12 wounds remaining there. That's very unlucky.
They do get the
autocannon here from this squad is going to shoot into the Terminators. -1 to hit because it has moved. So 5 to hit. Nothing. Okay, that's the autocannon team done there. And I'm going to fire the Leman Russ Exterminator over here. I changed my mind. I'm going to do the Wyvern. The Wyvern is going to shoot over to here, making the most of the flat dice rolling. 46 shots. So that's pretty good actually. That there is 11, 15, 19 shots with the Wyvern. Right, hitting on 4s, no re-rolling 1s because I did move. And take away the 3s and the 1s. Take away those misses. There's another one there. Okay, it's above average. But your toughness 4, it's always 4s to wound regardless because of the inner circle ability. But I re-roll these failed wounds because of the nature of the weapon. Okay, it's below average. So that there is 8 wounds. Yeah, 8 wounds. 8 wounds at AP minus 0. So you will get your 2-up saves. And Terminators now have got 3 wounds each. The skull is
a 1.
So that's 1. So actually 2.
2 damage.
So 2 wounds on the Terminators. Do you have anything to ignore? Damage.
4-up invul save.
Just a 4-up invul, that's it. Okay, that's it. So that is it there. So a Terminator is almost dead. It's got 1 wound remaining. The command vehicle. He moved more than half move. So he's going to fire the Exterminator autocannon, so he won't get grind in advance because he moved more than half. Needing 3s because he's a tank commander. There's only 2 hits. 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds. 4s to wound, beg your pardon, because it's inner circle. Yeah. So that's AP minus 1, and each does 2 damage. So 3-up saves. That's 1 gone. Our Terminator has been killed, and that's that one there. The guy with the lightning claw. Okay. Now the las cannon, 3 to hit, which misses, and I've already spent the command reroll. Yeah, we are using match play rules here, just to clarify. Next is the Punisher over here. It's going to do the same target because it can't see anyone else. Hitting on a 4 this time. And that is a 1, and it did move, so that is a miss over here. And then we've got the Lemurs over here. This is line of sight blocking terrain, so I cannot shoot the Terminators. So instead, I'm going to fire the las cannon, and it's going to shoot at the bike, the attack bike, because I cannot see the land speeder because of line of sight blocking terrain. So, hitting on a 4, re-rolling 1s. It's a 6, and it's in a circle. So
no, he's not in a circle.
He's not in a circle.
Ravenwing.
Ravenwing.
Let me just...
He's toughness 5.
Yes.
But we're going to double check the rules for Ravenwing. Yes. Hold on a second. Right. So normally it would have a 5+ invuln for being on the move, and +1 invuln to the advance. However, I've stolen initiative, and it counts as stationary. So it's just a flat save. So I've got a roll to wound here on a 3+, because it is toughness 5 against strength 9. So 3's to wound. And 2 is a failure. I failed in the objective there. So minimal damage, actually. We have taken out a Terminator, but that concludes the first turn. There's no charges for the Astra Militarum. So actually, we do have 1 autocannon shot over there. So 2 shots hitting the bikes this time. 1 hit and no wound, nothing, no damage. So that there is the end of the shooting.
What about the Hydra?
The Hydra,
is that
yeah, that's anti-aircraft.
So it's not line of sight.
It has to see line of sight for ground targets. So I don't think you can see anything, to be honest with you. So that concludes Astra Militarum turn 1. We're going to go on to the Dark Angels turn 1 now for their move now. Right, they have 9 command points, but brings up to 10 command points now for the forces of the Dark Angels on their command phase. Right, some things have happened in the command phase. Is there anything that's happened in particular in the command phase?
In the command phase, Azrael did the Chapter Master ability onto the Dreadnought, which means it gets +1. It
gets to re-roll the hit rolls.
Hit rolls, yes, sorry.
Oh, powerful. Okay. Poor. Those Sentinels are not going to stand a chance, I don't think.
And now the Chief Apothecary is going to spend a command point for Combat Revival.
Combat Revival to revive a Terminator.
The one that died.
The one that died. So, being a true brother of the Dark Angels, he revives the wounded Terminator. So the Terminator is back in action once again. So that's good news for the Dark Angels. And it looks as though the Raven Wing have swept forward here 14 plus 3, 17 inches there for the Raven Wing there. So it's pretty handy, very speedy as well, speeding across the Astra Militarum's right flank, looking a bit exposed. So that's
the attack bike staying on the objective.
Yes, the attack bike stood there because it will gain victory points at the end of the turn. So the Astra Militarum have actually scored 3 points so far. It's at the end of the turn to score points here. Whereas the Dark Angels, they'll be probably scoring 2 points at the moment. So there you go. So that's
the Terminators just rearrange themselves to get the right weapons in the right area.
Yes.
Redemptor Dreadnought moved forward slightly to get in range of those.
Yes.
And these did the same thing. They just shuffled themselves around the objective, and the Talon Master.
Can you clarify to our audience what your chapter trait is? Do you know your chapter trait?
Yes, it's Grim Resolve.
Grim Resolve, of course, yes. But we'll double check what the rules are off camera. Right, we've been reading it from the Space Marine Codex, so let's just clarify the narrative here. So, Dark Angels, Grim Resolve. The stalwart descendants of the Lion are renowned for their unshakable resolve, enduring tenacity, and strict fire discipline in battle. So each time a model with this tactic makes an attack, unless that model's unit has moved this turn, excluding pile-in and consolidation moves, add 1 to the attack's hit roll. Ooh, that's pretty nasty. And then each time a combat attrition test is taken for a unit with this tactic, it is automatically passed. So that's a very, very handy chapter trait there for the Dark Angels. So that's the chapter trait, and we're going to carry on with our movement. So that is the end of the movement phase. We've just clarified there the chapter traits, and we're going to go straight on to the psychic phase. Do you have any psychers?
Nope.
No psychers. Going to go straight on to the shooting phase now for the Dark Angels.
Isn't it?
Right, so the Ravenwing bikes, 6 shots going to shoot into the white shields.
Yeah.
Okay, so hitting on 2s. Oh no, you moved, so it's 3s. So 3s. Pretty good dice roll. This is strength. I'm not going to use Cadia stands here. I'll just... Actually, do you know what? We will use Cadia stands for a single command point. New phase, so 5 plus every game. I don't. So I'm down to 12 command points. So they will have the Cadia stands ability. So it'll be +1 to the saving throws. Strength 4. So 4s to wound. Only 1 wound.
Oh, yeah, I can't reroll any of those.
So you can't reroll any of those. Even though it's equivalent to it. What's he called again?
Talon Master.
Talon Master. Okay, so he's equivalent to a lieutenant. So a 4+ save because Acadia stands. And saved anyway. Technically I should have put Psychic Barrier onto the white shields. But a little bit of a tactical error on my part there. But not to worry, they're still alive nonetheless. Well, for the moment. Right, just drop the dice there. So the Outriders are going to shoot into the white shields.
What should they shoot here?
He's going to decide. These ones are securing objective.
Yeah,
they are not.
I'll shoot it. Well, I'll shoot at those. Yeah, white shields. I'm probably wrong, but we'll shoot.
Okay, so hitting on 3s because he moved. There's 2 misses there. And strength is 4. AP -1. And 3 I got through. AP -1 but +1 because of Cadia stands. 3 have been cut down. Ouch.
Yeah,
I've just realised something. I should have played Mental Fortitude on the white shields. Just basically means ignores morale.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be a further -1
because of that.
Because of the twist.
The twist.
Oh no, it's the Leadership 5. Ouch. Talon Master, which is this model here, is going to shoot into the white shields, even though the stratagem is still active. So you're going to go for the assault cannon first.
Yeah.
So 12 shots, as it's a twin assault cannon, hitting on 2s, because it's ballistic to 2 plus. So take away those skulls very easily. And strength 6, toughness 3. It's going to be 2s to wound. Doesn't re-roll the 1s to wound because it's not core. So 2 have failed. And that there is 7 wounds at AP -1, but Cadian stands is +1. So 7 saves of 5 plus. Oh, whoa, okay, 3 have saved, but 4 have been cut down. Heavy bolter.
6 shots.
6 shots.
At the white shield.
At the white shields, hitting on 2s. They've all hit their mark.
Yeah.
Now it is -1 to wound because Cadian stands. So you're actually wounding on 4s. But these will be okay. 4. And this is AP -1.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. So wounding on 6s. Nothing. So another 4 dead. So oh dear me, I've been cut to pieces here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, keeping the patron alive there. So the Redemptor Dreadnought is going to shoot into which sentinel we're going to choose. Nearest
Are they all
one?
the same?
They're all exactly the same.
The
They're all
nearest one, yeah.
the nearest one.
Nearest one.
Sorry, Ray. Yours has been
Ray
picked
Cross.
first. Yeah, Ray
Oh,
Cross.
I'm sorry, Ray.
Oh no. It's
In
this
that
one
case-
here that's been targeted.
In that case, I'm going to supercharge
It's
it.
going to supercharge just to wind him up.
D6.
D6 shots. 3 shots.
shots.
Okay. So you're hitting on. You moved, didn't you?
Yes.
So you're hitting on 3s, re-rolling.
Yes.
So you're re-rolling those failed hit rolls. He is supercharging, and you do get to re-roll that dice. And all 3 have hit their mark. Now the strength of this weapon is 9. I'm toughness of 6 because I'm an armoured sentinel. And any wound is AP -5 at flat 3 damage. And it's enough to kill it anyway. Without the re-rolling to wound,
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do. Does it explode? That's a 4. It does not explode. Ah, no. Ray Cross, a fellow patron and YouTube member on the channel.
I like you, Ray. Sorry, mate.
Right, that's the end of the shooting for the Dark Angels on turn 1. No assaults. Morale. Yes, I have morale. So, what am I going to do? It's going to be 12 casualties because of this scenario.
Oh, yes, because of unstable reality.
But,
-1.
Doesn't matter. Spending 2 command points, they are
Auto-pass.
fine to auto-pass their morale, and that is insane bravery. Insane the white shields are. They're going to pass their morale. I'm down to 10 command points. I will regain a command point in the new turn. So you've scored 2 victory points. 3. So you've got 1, 2, 3. So 3 apiece. It is a stalemate at the moment. So that is the end of the battle round now for both sides, and we go straight on to a new battle round. It is battle round 2, turn 2 for the forces of the Astra Militarum. 10 CP, back up to 11 for the Astra Militarum. Right, it's the end of the movement phase on turn 2 for the Astra Militarum. Move the 2 sentinels forward to engage the Redemptor Dreadnought, and I've moved forward 10 inches with the Leman Russ here and 6 inches for this Leman Russ here. So it's less than half for over here. The infantry squad has moved forward as well. He's advanced 4 inches, so I'm bringing it to 10-inch move there in total. That's the Tech Priest engines here. Then the Wyvern has stood still in a good position to just about in range against those Terminators over there. The infantry squad has stood still to counter any reserves that come on the board. The Ogres have stood still as well. The command element has stood still in general over here. The white shields have formed a screen to go over to here. And then the Leman Russ tank, I've moved it forward 10, but I will spend a command point to count it as stationary. So that there is on standby. So that is the end of the movement phase. I'm not activating the relic yet. I'm going to wait. We need to wait. The timing here is critical. So we're going to go straight on to the orders and shooting phase. Yes, Phil's just reminded me, it's actually a psychic phase because I do have a primary psyker. So I'm going to cast... I can't really do Mental Fortitude because it's out of 12 inches. So I'm going to cast it on this Leman Russ here because I think that's going to get picked on. It's going to be the -1 to hit rolls. For this Leman Russ, it's a warp charge value of 6. That goes off on a 9, and you don't have any librarians.
No, this guy can deny.
You can deny.
But
okay,
like
he's out of range.
Yeah,
it's out of range 24.
Once per battle, you can.
So psychic barrier has been applied to this Leman Russ here. So that there is the end of the psychic phase, and now we're going to go back to the shooting phase. Right, the orders that I've done is Smite at Will and Smite at Will, spending a command point to issue an order to himself, giving the Smite at Will ability. And actually, to be honest with you, I won't spend a CP. I'll put that command point back because there's not enough points really to do that. So I'm going to definitely do it on him though, however. But I will spend 2 command points on shock troops. So not infantry model, but a Cadian vehicle model, spending 2 command points counts as remaining stationary. And within half range, it's a further AP -1 to the weapons. Target maximum firepower. The Punisher is going to go into the Ravenwing. Right, the Punisher is going to go into the Outriders. And the rest of the remaining firepower is going to shoot into the original Firstborn Ravenwing. So I have 4 melters. 4 melter shots coming in. Needing 4s, rerolling 1 because it counts as stationary. I reroll 1s. And that doesn't generate a hit. Okay. So only 2 if hit their mark. This is strength 8 and your toughness 5.
Yeah.
3s to wound. 2 wounds. And it's why am I saying tactical doctrine? It's AP -4. So you do have your invuln save. Did you advance?
No, so that's 5 up.
5 plus invulnerable save.
How many? 2?
Yeah, just 2. I've got box scars. None. And that's
a 6.
Oh, that's a 6, beg your pardon. So 1 has made it. So I've got you used to see these Dark Angels dice. So it's not within half range, so it's just D6 damage. That is a 5. As you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, that is a 5. And do you have anything that ignores damage?
No.
No. So how many wounds do you have on a bike? I think it's 3. I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 wounds on a bike.
Yeah.
So a Ravenwing Firstborn has gone.
3, yeah.
Yeah, 3's gone. So you can take off the guy with the bolter. Now the las cannon, hitting on a 4. 6 is a hit. Toughness 5, so 3 is to wound. 4 is a wound, and that's AP -3. You've got 5 plus invulnerable save, which is a 4. D6 damage. That's a 1. I'm going to do my command reroll. 3 plus, it's dead. It's a 6. He's gone. Ah, the leader is gone. It's just the melter gun left now. So now the Punisher Gatling cannon is going to fire twice, and it's going to shoot into the Outriders. So grind advance, the first round of 20 shots needing 4s. This is against the Outriders, needing 4s. So These are hits. That's a cocked die. I'll re-roll that dice, and that is a 3. That generates another miss. Okay. Strength is 5, and your toughness is 5. So forced wound. So that there is 6 saves of no AP so far, and I'll rinse and repeat again. You can see the sparks flying here. And these are 4s. Okay. Oof, there's a lot of misses. And there's another 2 there as well. Flip. Hey, that's not good. Needing, so that's 9 wounds in total from 2 rounds of Punisher Gatling fire. They are renowned for their trigger happiness, the tank crews of a Punisher.
3s.
Yeah, 3s to save. Oh, ouch, got a few 1s there. So that's a biker gone, because that's 4 wounds apiece.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What, each? 4,
yeah.
4 damage?
Yeah, it's they got 4 wounds each, Outriders.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no. So if I reroll 1...
If you reroll 1, you would save 1.
Right, so a command reroll.
Okay, so going to spend a command reroll to save that one.
Yeah.
And that is a 3. But 1 has sustained a lot of damage. And which model is that going to be?
Oh, that doesn't really matter, because
that doesn't really
they
matter.
haven't got any plasmas.
Oh, okay, nothing at all. So Phil's going to do that off.
Stick it on...
Oh, he's made his choice. Which one is it going to be?
It could be this one. So
Okay.
he's got 1 wound left.
He's got 1 wound remaining. We're counting down the wounds here to represent. The Sentinel's going to shoot into the Redemptor Dreadnought. I'm going to call upon a Patreon. I'm going to call upon Dean Lightern to help out Luke Schwingel. So here we go. Needing a 4. Come on. 3! No! Ah, Dean Lightern. It is not to be. Okay, I'll call upon Darren Gardner. Against the Redemptor Dreadnought, needing a 4+. That's a cocked die. A 3! That's a failed. That's failed. They've missed their targets. Ouch. Single las cannon shot from the Punisher. I've got no other units that are in range, or weapons that are in range. Going to shoot at the Redemptor, needing a 4. 5 as a hit. I'm sorry, that was not a patron as well.
Oh.
So, strength is 9, doesn't matter because it's forced to wound because of the the inner circle ability, first company. So needing a 4+, and that is a 1, and that's a failed wound there. Next up is the Exterminator autocannon. It's going to fire 8 shots into. This is going to shoot it into the Terminators. There's no point shooting at the Redemptor because it's going to be -1 damage each time.
Yeah.
So hitting on 4s.
Any rerolls?
I don't reroll because I did move.
Oh.
Actually, yes, I do because of the order. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, smite
You
at
said
will.
smite at
I
will.
did. Yes, and that generates another hit. Thank you, Phil. It's very gamesmanship of you, even though you are my enemy today. So inner circle means it's forced to wound regardless, and 2 wounds. That would have been 4 wounds, but inner circle does help out, and it's AP -1, and that's a Terminator.
2 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage apiece. That's 4 damage on 1 Terminator. Okay. So it looks like he's dead again.
He's dead again. Perhaps I'll take it. No, I'll take a different guy.
He's going to take a different guy.
Which one shall I take? Let's take.
I can take it,
him.
brother. No,
His turn to die. Your turn to die.
His turn to die. Okay, so that's the Exterminator. Has been exterminated. Now the las cannon is going to shoot into the Redemptor. And it misses.
They always miss.
I always miss.
They always miss las cannon.
It always does.
Always.
Now, next up is the Wyvern. The Wyvern is going to shoot into the Terminators. 46 shots. So that's going to be 12, because it's a minimum of 3, and +4. is 16 shots. 16 shots, needing 4s. I stood still this time, so I will get my reroll once. Dreadful. Oh,
they came in.
Okay. Only 5, well, 6 have hit them. Well, it looks like there's 7 have hit their mark. Forced to wound, regardless. I reroll these because of the nature of the weapon, and that's a very good recovery. So that there is 7 wounds, and that's AP minus of dash. So you do get your 2+ save, and Terminators have 3 wounds apiece.
7.
Damage is just 1, and then they pass. There's no skulls.
No skulls.
No skulls. So that there is the Wyvern, and I think there's going to be some white shield shots over here. Right. Las guns to bear. 1 is out of range, 2 are out of line of sight. So 16 shots, and needing 5s. White shields to me. Now this land speeder is toughness 6 instead of toughness 5. Because it's a better land speeder. Needing 6s. I wish it was a weaker land speeder. But it's not to be. White shields, no damage. And I believe there's 1 shot over here from the autocannon, and we're going to pick off the firstborn outrider, needing a 4. Oh, boxcars. 3s to wound. Yes. AP minus of 1. So you do have your 4+ armor. You save 1, so 2 damage comes through from over there, and the infantry squad is going to do the same to pick off the last wound on that outrider. 7 shots into the outrider. Reroll once. No. 5s to wound. Nothing. Nothing. No damage whatsoever from that squad over there. Disgrace. Right, that is the end of the shooting phase.
Oh, hang on, we got yeah.
Oh, we got to do morale. You just ignore morale. Your Dark Angels. Your Dark Angels. The Dark Angels ignore morale tests because of Grim Resolve. So, that there is pretty amazing rule actually. It just ignores morale. It's pretty handy, especially in 9th edition. So that there's the end of the turn for the Astra Militarum. They've scored another 3 victory points for securing 3 objectives. So it is turn 2, battle round 2 for the Dark Angels. It was on 8 command points, back up to 9 command points. Right, we're going over to the Dark Angels perspective here. So changing the angle a little bit over here. So, okay, +1 ballistic skill. It says here. No. Okay, that's take that off there. Okay. Right, tell us, Phil, what have you done? This is the end of the movement phase on turn 2. What have you done?
So the Terminators have slightly moved forward to try and get a bit in range with their assault cannon, which they are now. They've just shuffled around here to capture both of these objectives by stringing themselves along.
Yes. Oh, yes, you can do that. Yes, they changed that now. You can string out to hold objectives. Yep, you can do that. Doesn't say anything otherwise. Yeah.
All these have gone to the maximum speed, full speed towards this group.
So did you advance?
No, they just went.
17. Okay, that's fine.
This guy advanced though. He went from here full speed, then he advanced 5 and got to here.
Yeah. Okay.
Over here we've got coming in from strategic reserves the Deathwing Knights, accompanied by the Terminator Chaplain, and the Dark Talon has come back on from reserve.
Oh, I see. It's back again. What a model! Beautiful model, and it's up against the Hydra. Wow, what a spectacle we have here. So the deep striking units have turned up, and it looks like the Astra Militarum could be in a bit of trouble here as we go on to the shooting phase now. There's no psychers for the Dark Angels, so we're going to go straight on to the shooting phase now for the Dark Angels. Okay, looks like the Redemptor Dreadnought is going to target Luke Schrengel's Sentinel. Oh dear. The squadron leader, Marshal Cummings won't be impressed. So it's D6 shots. Let's hope he gets a 1. Oh no, it's 4 shots. Needing... Did it stood still?
That's still, yeah.
Yeah, 2s to hit.
Rerolling.
And re-rolling 1s because of the captain, because it's a core unit, and they've all hit. And it would be 3s to...
Supercharged, yeah.
Supercharge, yep. So it's AP -4.
Strength 9.
Strength 9, so 3s to wound. And it is dead. 12 damage. And does it explode on a roll of a 6? No, it doesn't explode. But another patron goes. Luke Dringell, thank you for your support, comrade. Another one is deleted. The bolter is going to shoot into the last remaining armoured sentinel. Marshal Cummings' sentinel. Hitting on 2s. 1 miss. 5 have hit their mark. 5s to wound though, because it's toughness 6 on an armoured sentinel. And only 2.
2, yeah.
So 2, AP -1, each one does a flat 2 damage. Oh, 4 damage down to 2 wounds remaining on that sentinel.
Now the twin assault cannon.
Twin assault cannon, this was declared off camera. The twin assault cannon is going to go into the white shields, but I will play a stratagem. And 5+ a regain. I don't regain that command point, reducing my command pool tally to 7, and I'm going to do Cadian stands.
Yep.
So damage 1 weapons, I get +1 to my saving throws. So hitting on 2s for 12 shots. Any skulls or misses?
3.
3. And then 2s to wound, strength 6, toughness 3. Because it's double the strength. I can see 3 1s there. It's AP -1, but thank the Emperor, well, whoever's fighting for the Emperor today, it is +1 to my saving throws. So with this, I need 5 to save. Whoa! So only 2 white shields are gone. The firstborn Ravenwing Biker does have line of sight to this Leman Russ here, and then we have the twin bolt gun into the white shields.
I'll do the white shields first.
Yep, you are in tactical doctrine, so it will be a further AP -1 to bolt weaponry. So it'll be pretty good.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on, yeah, you're hitting on 3s because you moved. Ooh, 2 misses. Strength is 4, toughness is 3, so 3's to wound. 1 wound. So AP -1 +1 because Acadia stands, because the stratagem lasts to the phase. No, another one goes down. Another anonymous white shield succumbs to the bolt fire. Next is the melter gun. Hitting on 3s. It's missed the Leman Russ there. Do you want to spend a command point?
No.
No?
How many have I got?
He has got 9 command points. What's he
Yes,
going to
I'm
do?
going to spend.
Okay, he's going to spend it. Okay. 3 does hit the target. Strength is 8, and Leman Russ's toughness 8.
4s.
4's to wound. He does get his 4. It's AP -4, but Leman Russ has a 2+ save, so bring it to a 6+ save now. Which doesn't, and it's D6 damage. And that's 4, reducing the wounds pool to 8 wounds remaining. 12 shots, hitting on 3s because they moved. So take away the skulls and the 2s.
Not very good for the Outriders.
No.
Primaris, not as good as their brothers.
So that's only 6 hits. That's below average.
Below
actually.
average.
Strength is 4, toughness is 3. Rerolling 1s because of the influence of the lieutenant. Okay, that's pretty good rolling there. So it's AP -2. It would cut through the armour, but Cadian stands. 6 is a save. And saved none. 6 have been cut down. The Terminator Chaplain is going to shoot into the Guardsman. It is dense cover, so it's -1 to the hit rolls. So that will be 1 hit because it's dense cover. It's -1 to hit. Strength is 4, toughness is 3, so 3's to wound. That is a wound. Tactical Doctrine, because assault and rapid fire weapons is AP -1. And that is not a save, so an anonymous guardsman has been slain. Right. What's it called again? The
Rift Cannon.
Well, the aircraft itself.
The Dark Talon.
The Dark Talon. The Rift Cannon is going to go into the Hydra, and the twin Hurricane Bolters are going to shoot into the Guardsman. that thought they were seeking cover, but they are clearly not, against the air superiority of the Dark Angels. First Hurricane Bolter, hitting on 3. So 1s and 2s can come off. There's another 2 there. That's pretty good shooting actually. And strength, we'll roll it again so we know it's 4 hits so far. So you take the other dice if you like, just to speed it up. So there's 4 hits so far.
They're the hits.
Yeah, they're the hits there. Okay. Yeah, beg your pardon. There's 8 hits there. Phil's just counting another dice. So there's 8 hits so far. You may as well get another dice there. I think there's another dice. He's trying to...
No, it's in front of me.
Yeah, that's right in front of you.
Right, again,
hitting on 3s, yeah. So that's pretty good shooting actually. So that's 9 plus 8 is 17 hits. Pretty nasty. Strength is 4, toughness is 3. 3's to wound. And it is tactical. There's another 1 there. That there is... How many saves is that? That's 10. 10 saves. 10 saves. Evil Knievel. There is someone present on the battlefield, would you believe? Who is here? We shall find out. You may see a quick clip of him. Oh dear, and that's AP -1 as well.
8 dead?
Yeah, 9 dead.
9 dead?
Because of tactical doctrine.
Dead. How many's in the squad?
So I've got a missile launcher left. So I'm gonna... Oh no. I'm sorry guys, there are patrons here. They're just being slaughtered. Who's this guy? Oh no, it's Sergeant Drew. Oh no. Oh, it's too late. I forgot to do the stratagems. And then you've got Jesse Patton, he's gone as well. It's just the missile launcher team left. Oh no, so there is 9 wounds. So that's 5, and that's 8. And the missile launcher team has taken its wound as well. So, this is murder. Dark Angels will not tolerate any sort of heresy today. The Rift Cannon is going to go into the Hydra.
It's heavy D3.
Heavy D3, okay. Okay, 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I could re-roll it, but...
Yeah, you spent your re-roll to hit
2's
there,
alright.
so
I mean,
2 is okay.
It'll go worse.
Okay, it satisfies, well, more the
hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Only 1 hit. Okay.
Well, so it's pretty bad. So each time an attack made by this weapon successfully wounds, don't make a saving throw. The target suffers 3 mortal wounds and the attack sequence ends.
Oh, okay. So the Hydra has gone down to 8 wounds remaining. It's still on full bracket, but it has taken some damage here. That's the end of the
It's a good weapon,
shooting.
but it's too random.
Yeah, if you had the full 3, 9 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
They would have been pretty.
But you've got to get D. First of all, you've got to get D3.
Yeah.
So if I'd re-rolled that, I would have had
the full 3. Yeah.
And then you've got to get 3s.
3s.
1. So yeah, see, it's difficult.
It's difficult to get it right with the Rift Cannon. It's an interesting weapon. Dark Angel's technology there, thanks to the efforts of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So the charges now. We're going to go on to the charge phase now. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to pay 2 command points to do Counterkill of Hate.
Okay.
So I'll do that now, do I?
You can do. Yeah.
Because I want them.
You want them to get them off. Yeah, I'll do that. Yep, spending 2 command points. So therefore, that means the litany, instead of doing it in the beginning of the command phase, it's done in the any phase that he wants, but the sacrifice of 2 command points. That's good tactics there from the Dark Angels. However, I must do it I'm going to spend a command point to do Old Grudges. And I'm going to read the card just to clarify if it's 2 command points or 1 command point. I think it is only 1 CP. Right, so it does cost only 1 command point here. So it's basically +1 to my hit rolls when doing Overwatch. And you know what I've got? Multi-melters. Multi-melters.
And I'm also playing 2 more command points.
Oh dear me.
For stratagem, no foe too great to subdue. I'll use a stratagem in the fight phase when the Deathwing Knights unit is chosen to fight until the end of the phase. Each time a model in the Deathwing Knights unit makes an attack with a Mace of Absolution against an enemy vehicle or monster, add 1 to the attack's wound roll and 1 to the attack's AP characteristic.
Ouch! Okay, so 5+ will regain this command point, which I do. I keep it to 7. That's a lot of command points spent there. Yeah. Reducing the Dark Angel's command point tally to 4 remaining. So I have Punisher Gatling cannons. So I'm going to do them first here. This is the Punisher Gatling cannon, hitting on 5s because of the stratagem. That's pretty good. 8 hits, 5s to wound. 3s to wound because it's strength 5. And that's 5 wounds, but no AP. So 2s. To save. A wound has come through. Now I'm going to call upon a Patreon. I'm going to call upon Thomas Moore. Thomas Moore. So Thomas Moore, this is your moment of glory. Here we go, Thomas. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. It's only a 3.
That was the las cannon, was it?
That was the las cannons. So
2 multi-melters.
2 multi-melters. I may as well burn up the patrons. I do have another patron who's coming. Tommy Putt. A new patron has just arrived. Tommy Putt. This is your moment of glory. Tommy Putt, I'm sorry I haven't got your special name tag, but you've just literally joined the Patreon channel. Thank you very much for your support, comrade. Tommy Putt, this is your moment of glory. So this here, Tommy Putt, the golden dice is yours, the golden red dice. And the anonymous dice, will it steal it? We shall find out. Oh, yes! Thank you, Tommy. That's a hit. And 3s to wound, we will use his dice for glory. A 5 is a wound and it's AP -4. You do have a Crux Terminatus invulnerable save,
yes,
which is a 5+. Actually, no, beg your pardon, Storm Shield, isn't it? So it's a 4+ invuln. And you get +1 to your saving throws. So you're going to choose the invuln anyway. So that there is
2 hits or 1?
Oh, just 1 hit.
1 hit.
Just 1 hit, 4s to damage. No, are you going to spend a command point to save a Terminator?
No.
No? So that there is going to be 3 damage flat because it's within Armour Bane. And the damage would have been... Okay, it would have been 4 damage. That would have killed a Terminator. Now we have the other multi-melter. And I'm going to call... This is a long, long time for Overwatch. I'm going to call upon Marcus Phrase. So, Marcus Phrase. Here we go. No! It was not to be. So that's only 1 Terminator brought down. It's better than none, so we can't complain. So you need a 7, Phil, on 2d6. I know why he hasn't used his command reroll, in case the 7 fails. And that is a 6, and he will spend his command reroll. Oh no. 4 command points. Oh no! He spent 4 command points. 5 command points.
5 command points.
On nothing.
And lost a Terminator.
And you lost a Terminator. Ah.
Pretty poor.
That is unfortunate there for the Dark Angels. Maybe someone is interfering with their affairs. I wonder who this chap is. Thing is going to go in. He needs a 9. Snake eyes.
Okay.
And that's failed. That has failed the charge there. That's very unfortunate. Now the bikes. Are they going to charge? Is the firstborn biker going to charge? He needs... We're not going to overwatch it. It's a waste of command point. I'm not going to do any damage. Well, very, very unlikely. He's just measuring here. He needs a good 6 inches. I reckon a 6-inch charge will do because of engagement range.
And those guys need a 9.
Yeah. So we do the firstborn first. In a 6. Yes, he makes it. Just about. So 6-inch charge. He goes in.
Ooh,
and then a next charge that he's going to declare is with the Outriders. Needing a 9. That is a 6. So only the single firstborn Space Marine has made contact with the White Shields. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And strength is 4, toughness is 3, the White Shield.
Ooh.
Snake eyes again. What's happening? Next is we're going to pile in. Yes, we will pile in with the White Shields. It's the pile in move for the White Shields, and it looks like we're going to get 10 attacks. Hitting on 5s. Only 2 have hit, 5s to wound. Nothing, no damage. So that's the end there. There's no other combats, I believe. So we're going to do a morale check. We're not going to spend a command point unless we roll a 1 for our morale. 2. Okay, so a guardsman definitely flees. So I'm going to take an anonymous White Shield off. And then I have 9 dice. 1s and 2s, further models flee. 1s and 2s. Okay, 4 have fled. But that means we still secure that objective over there. Over there, they leadership 7 because of the sergeant, so that single white dice can come off if you have the pleasure of taking that off. Thank you very much.
How about this check?
And over here, 2 command points to save, or unless I roll a 1, you never know, which we don't. So he flees, and quite rightly so. It's quite terrifying. So that there is completed there. So the Dark Angels have secured 2 victory points because they hold 1, 2,
3,
and 3. So you do have 3 victory points there for the Dark Angels. Yeah, beg your pardon, there are 3 objectives over there because there's 1 there, 1 there, and then 1 there. So that's it. So that's the end of the turn. We're going to go on to a new battle round now. It's battle round 3. Turn 3 for the Astra Militarum. Right, we have 7 command points. Oh, take him off, thank you. And then we're going to put it from 7 to 8 command points now for the Astra Militarum. Just a correction here from earlier on from the Overwatch. I needed, instead of 3s to wound, it would have been 4s because of the inner circle ability. But we did check off camera and there was no 3s to wound for the Punisher Gatling Cannon as well as the Melters. So they did get their 4s to wound there. Just to clarify that. Hold on to your comments, people. Right, that is the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 3. So I've kept this Sentinel still here. The Punisher, Lehman Russ, he has moved 5.5 inches because I had to move an extra couple of inches to move forward within range of the multi-melters against the Redemptor Dreadnought. The reason being was because the melters were out of range, even with the edge of the barrel there from the Punisher Gatling Cannon. So I had to move forward there. But I will probably spend 2 command points to count him as remaining stationary. So that'll be quite handy there. And then this infantry squad I decided to move off over here to try and secure this objective that is over there. The White Shields are pulled out of close combat. The Ogrins have advanced 9 inches. They can shoot because they've got assault weapons. I do have a Primaris Psyker. He's probably going to cast Smite against that the firstborn Raven Wing. And unless I add some extra protection, I may figure that out in the psychic phase. This infantry squad has secured this objective here to score those victory points there. The Hydra has remained stationary, and this infantry squad that has remained stationary as well. The infantry on the far flank on the Imperial Guard's right flank. They're holding their objective over there. And the Lean Rust Punisher has stood still with those rerolling ones ability. So that's quite handy there. So that there is the end of the move phase. We're going to go straight onto the Psychic phase now for the Astra Militarum. I'm going to cast Psychic Barrier onto this Leman Russ. It goes off on a 9. That's good. So Psychic Barrier has gone off on this Leman Russ here. So it's +1 to the saving throws. The end of the Psychic phase. Going to go straight onto the Astra Militarum shooting phase. So orders. Actually, I'm out of 6 inches for over here. I think I'm out of 6 inches there, so I can't issue an order to the other tank, but I will order Smite at Will, meaning I get to... actually, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. I'm going to do... I can't do Pound Them to Dust because it's not a blast weapon. It's just going to not issue any orders. So it's going to stay still there with this Leman Russ Eradicator. So the next order is for the company command, Captain Tyler Griselli. He's going to do take aim with this infantry squad, and we're going to do... we may as well take aim with this infantry squad as well. And I think that is it when it comes to orders. Actually, I beg your pardon. We're going to issue an order within 18 inches of this Voxcaster, and we are going to move with this infantry squad here. So the platoon commander is going to issue take aim to this infantry squad. That's the orders completed. Now we're going to issue some shooting now for the Astra Militarum. Marshal Cummings, this is your moment of glory. So, your las cannon, let's see if it can do a hit. So we're going to do 4s, rerolling 1s. That is a 1. Thankfully, we stood still. And I've declared also that I'm going to activate the relic. Yes, I'm going to activate the relic now as well for the relic of Lost Cadia. So models within 12 of the platoon commander get reroll 1s to wound and reroll 1s to hit anyway. And that's a 1 again. So that he's missed his target there with the las cannon. Now the Punisher Gatling cannon. I'm going to spend 2 command points, reducing my command tally to 6, unless I roll 2 5s. Yes. Okay. So 1 CP comes back. It's actually only 1 dice, but it didn't make any difference whatsoever. So I'm actually down to 7 command points, and I'm going to do 20 shots into the Terminators, and I'm going to do the melter guns, multi-melters, into the Redemptor as well as the las cannon. I think we're going to have to try and bring that down. So we're going to do the multi-melters. The multi-melters into the Redemptor. Stood still, so hitting on 4s, rerolling the 1s. Reroll 1s. Okay, only 1 hit. And it's just only 4s to wound because of Inner Circle ability. Yes. And it's a 6, so that's AP -4. There is nothing you can do about that, actually. That's going to be D6 damage. D6 damage, -1 damage because it is a Dreadnought. So there'll be 2 damage on the Dreadnought. The Redemptor has taken some damage here.
It's down to 10. Down to
10 wounds. It did have 13 wounds. So, next we're going to use a patron here. CJ Velasco. CJ Velasco. Your moment of glory. And that is a 6. Thank you, CJ. Hold on a second. To put these name tags out, don't I? And 3 is a fail because of the Inner Circle ability. Do I reroll the wound? Yes! For my fellow Patreon, I will. So spending a CP. I've already spent the reroll. It's not the reroll, beg your pardon. The regain the command point for Grand Strategist. Already done that. Now this is force to wound. 50-50. Yes! On the roll of 6. AP -3. You do have a 6+ armor save for your Redemptor. Will Phil get that 6+?
Yes.
Yeah! The Dark Angel symbol in defiance. The Redemptor lives, and that would have been 2 damage on top of that. Oh, withstood that. Well done there from the Redemptor. Standing defiant. The las cannon is going to shoot into the Redemptor, and then we're going to fire the Exterminator autocannon. It's going to shoot into the land speeder. It does have line of sight. So we're going to do 8 shots into your land speeder, hitting on 3s because it's a command vehicle. And I re-roll those 1s. Wow. Okay. All but 1. So 7 have... oh, just a second. I'm just going to check this off camera. I may have rolled too many dice. Right. We checked off camera. It was 7 hits. That 3 was already on the board. Phil is happy with it as well. So needing strength 7, toughness 6, so 3 to wound. That's a good roll. That's 6 wounds at AP minus of 1 on your land speeder, and each does 2 damage. And land speeders have how many wounds? He's just checking. He's lost the page.
8.
8. I thought we would have 8. 8 wounds. It's pretty tough actually, land speeder. So it's half dead. So 4 damage has been received against.
Is it 2? Yes, 2.
Yeah, 2 damage a time. So 4 wounds remain, and there's further news here. I think the 3 that I rolled to wound earlier on against the Redemptor Dreadnought is a successful wound with the multi-melter. It only applies to infantry.
Yeah.
So that 3 earlier on was a wound. Now that was done by... Was there any patrons that did it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He knows. This dice knows for sure. That's a 6, but minus 1 is 5 damage on your Redemptor Dreadnought. Because AP minus 4. That's a lot of damage there. Do you have anything to repair the Dreadnought?
Kind of.
Oh, kind of. Oh. Kind of?
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So we'll leave that surprise to later on. So the las cannon is going to shoot into the Redemptor. Or shall I... Actually, I did declare into there off camera, actually. I'll take that back. So hitting on a 3, which does not hit. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Phil's very kindly allowed me to do the Punisher Gatling Cannon. I forgot to do that. That was my bad. So I'm going to get some dice here. I did declare this off camera, so it's 20 shots here into the Terminators. It's a times 2, so 20 shots hitting on 4s. Now I re-roll 1s because I count as stationary, would you believe? Okay. That's pretty good, actually. I'll take away those misses. Okay. So that's all those. Now wounding on 3s. No, in a circle, so it's 4s. Need to remember that rule. So that's only 6 saves, and I got this again. So 6 so far. Now the second round. Rerolling the 1s because I count as stationary. This is the stratagem. Okay, take away those misses. So just a regular Russ. Makes all the difference. So this is strength 5, toughness is 4, but inner circle is forced to wound regardless. So that there is 6 plus 5 is 11. So 11 saves of 2+. Any skulls are wounds. 1. One Terminator has succumbed to a wound. Not very good at all. Hydra Flak Cannon is going to shoot into the Dark Talon. Now, it's normally hitting on 3s, but it's going to be -1 to hit because of hard to hit. So 4s. But I do reroll those 1s, thankfully, which generates 4 hits. Strength of the weapon is 7, and toughness is 6, 3s to wound. And that's it, just 2 wounds, AP -1. It's got a 4-up invuln, but it's got a 3-up armour save.
3-up armour save.
So 2 saves of 4+. No, that's 4 damage onto that flyer. Pretty impressive. Right, the Wyvern is going to shoot its heavy bolter into the flyer. However, it's going to shoot the Storm Shard mortars into those Terminator Knights over there. Hitting on 5s. 2 hits. 5s to wound, toughness 6. And that there, I'm going to double check to see if I'm in range of the relic. Just an inch out of range, which is a great shame, but not to be. It is really designed to pummel the enemy into submission with its artillery. So 46 shots with the Storm Shard mortar. That is 7, 11, and 16 shots with the Storm Shard mortar. Right, so hitting on 4s. I did stay still, so I'll re-roll those 3 1s, which generates another hit. I'm going to hit their mark, force to wound, but Phil, the nature of the weapon, allows me to re-roll the wounds, which generates another 5 wounds. The machine spirit of this machine is blessed. 8 wounds, but no AP. So 2 pluses, skulls are good. Oh, there's a skull, 2 skulls. Oh, I've been shredded here. Okay, now that is interesting indeed. Next is the next is the Punisher Gatling cannon from him. Yeah. And for a full bracket as well, it's going to shoot into the Terminator Knights. Right, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling those 1s. Thank the Emperor that we had the vast majority of those misses are 1s. Okay, can't complain. That is pretty good. There's another one there. It's just anonymous, leaving Rust. Well, actually, no, it's not anonymous. This is controlled by Joseph Darling, a newish member of the army group. Great tactical genius he is. Okay, so that's a drop dice. So this is going to be wounding on inner circle.
No inner circle.
So force to wound. No reroll 1s to wound. And I'll take away the freeze as well, which does help a little. So you do have 9 saves of 2+. Okay, Terminators are taking a lot of shots. Crux Terminatus is very tough. Oh, 2 skulls I see. So it looks like a knight has gone. Okay, another one brought down. They ignore morale tests because they're Dark Angels. They don't care. Which is amazing, would you believe? So Night Lords would have a bit of a trouble against them. That's interesting. Now the Las Cannon. Las Cannon hitting on a 4. Rerolling 1s, thankfully. Come on. 5 is a hit. 4 to wound because of inner circle. 6 is a wound. AP minus of 3. You do have a 4+ invulnerable save.
3+.
No, 4+. It's a 4+ invuln. You get +1 to your saving throws for AP.
Right.
Yeah, AP minus. A 2, and that's D6 damage. D6 could be alive.
No, go on.
Oh no!
I've got him.
He has no faith.
He's got 2 left.
And he's got 2. That's a roll of a 2. Okay. Now this is horrible. 4 multi-melter shots.
It's their own fault. They couldn't do a 7-inch shard. They don't deserve to be on the board. So hurry up and wipe them out.
Oh, only 1 has hit, and forced to wound. A 3 is a failure. A 3 is a failure, and I did spend my command point. I think I'm going to keep it safe. I'm not going to spend that command reroll. So there is that. Next up is we have the squad over here, and they're going to shoot, of course, into the knights. Right, we have 12 shots here from the lasguns from... Who's that sergeant leading that squad? Where is he? That guy hiding behind the rock. Sergeant Peter Nastro. This is your squad. Hitting on 4s. They did stay still. Rerolling the ones. Generating another hit. Wounding on 5s. Toughness 4, strength 3. Nothing. The las gun rounds bounce off. Next is the autocannon. Bit more heavier caliber. Only 1 hit, 4 to wound because of inner circle. And that is a wound. That's AP minus of 1, but plus 1 for your Terminator armor save. So 2 plus save. It's another 1. That's another flat 2 damage there. So he's got 1 wound remaining. Good shot there from the heavy weapons team. The Ogrins are going to shoot into the firstborn Boyka. They did advance. That's minus 1. Hitting on 5s. No reroll 1s because they are auxiliaries. And strength is 5. And that there is 4 wounds. No AP, so you got a flat 3-up save. And he fails. That's a dead biker because he's on 1 wound remaining. Are you going to spend a command point to save him?
Is there any more shots coming into him?
There probably is. Yeah, he's got this squad here and another squad there. I actually forgot to move that infantry squad, but it's just a backup order.
No.
Nope. Okay, it's going to take him off.
Yes.
He's been destroyed. Another unit wiped out. There's another thing we forgot about. We're going to play it fair. It's way far back. It's actually a twist. Yeah. It's actually minus 1 to attrition test. So we're going to play it as though it's a further minus 1. Yeah. So we'll take another white shield off there. Same over here. If I roll a 6, models may flee. That's a cock die. I do as well. Okay, so we're going to see if there's any rolls of 1s and 2s for per model. So 8 models, because 1 automatically flees.
And they shot, didn't they?
Yes.
But they didn't hit. Only this hit.
Yeah, only that autocannon would have hit. So it doesn't really matter. So 8 models. Actually 9 models. No, 8, beg your pardon, because of the heavy weapons team. So 1s and 2s because of the attrition test. So another 2 go. They flee. They are going to take the anonymous las gunners off. So some of them have fled. This is the twist of the scenario here. It's minus 2 to the attrition test as well as morale, which is nasty. Nasty stuff here. It's quite terrifying here. It looks like this sector is collapsing and boulders and volcanic eruptions happening. It is very terrifying for the guardsmen. But unlike the Dark Angels, they don't care. They are fearless, nonetheless. Leadership, however, is a bit different, but fearless, nonetheless. Infantry squad is going to fire the heavy bolter into the bikes, and then the las guns are going to shoot into the flyer. Hitting on 5s. I did move, but the Relic of Lost Cadia allows me to reroll 1s. That misses. 5s to wound. 1 wound. AP minus 1. No, 2 damage on your flyer.
Oh, that was the flyer.
Yeah, the flyer's taken a wound. 2 wounds, actually. Caliber of the weapon. Here's wrong unit. It's over here.
2 on here.
2 on here.
What was the save? Same save.
Same save. So, yeah, he's dead. An outrider just been shot there by the heavy weapons team. I'll take that back. So we're going to do the las guns, begging your pardon, over to the flyer. 7 shots against the flyer this time. We're on 1s. Only 1 hit because it's minus 1. No wound there, and that's it. Right, that is the end of the shooting phase, and then no charges. And victory points secured. Yes, 1, 2. And where's the third one? I think it's number 3. Should be somewhere. It's there, I know, because the one of the Ogrins is standing on top of it. And the troops. Yes, thank you. They are securing that objective there. So another 3 points to the Astra Militarum. Morale. Dark Angels don't care about morale. They ignore morale completely. So we're going to go straight on to turn 3 now for the Dark Angels. 3 command points. Back up to 4 for the Dark Angels. 3 runes to restore. 5 wounds.
So it's 4.
So you do that at the end of the phase.
Oh, okay.
End of the movement phase, but really matter.
They're
Do
not
your
gonna-
movement
no,
first,
they're
and then.
standing.
But he is fully healed that Terminator there. So long as the Apothecary is within 3 of that particular model. He's going to do Litany of Hate, meaning gets to re-roll the hit rolls. On a 2, no. Do you want to spend a command re-roll to do that? You thinking? He's thinking.
It would be on all these. Yeah. Is it on him as well, shooting?
No, it's only for close combat. Yeah, it's only for close combat.
I don't know if I want to wait. Yeah, I will.
Okay, he's going to spend a command point.
I might be wrong.
3. Okay, it goes off. The litany is a success. Stasis bomb.
I've flown over the Hydra.
Yep.
Dropped the stasis bomb. It gets D3 mortal wounds.
1 mortal wound. Reducing its tally to 8 wounds remaining. Movement phase completed for the Dark Angels. So Phil, tell us what you've done.
The land speed has moved up to go onto the objective. The Outriders have moved forward to block the screen off the objective with the Ogrins.
Yep.
The useless Deathwing Terminators I've shuffled forward 5 inches.
The Knights.
Deathwing Knights, they're still useless. They've been given some heavy weapon support with the attack bike.
Okay, right. That's that one there.
The Dark Talon flew over there.
Dropped a stasis bomb, did a single mortal wound only, and it looks like the inner circle over here are just defending those 3 objectives.
Yep.
So, I don't know what to really do against over there. That is rock solid. If we blow up the Dreadnought, maybe, but the Dreadnought is tough enough. So we're going to go straight on to the shooting phase now for the Dark Angels on turn 3. Terminators are going to shoot into the Lehman Russ battle tank. What doctrine are you doing? Are you going to do assault doctrine or tactical? Right. Now we've done doctrines here. What's interesting is the warlord trait for Azrael. Now he's going to go for assault doctrine for the rest of the game, unless he counters it with a stratagem. However, Azrael says his warlord trait that he can counter
a unit within 6 inches.
A unit within 6 inches.
I can choose if tactical doctrine is if assault doctrine is active, then I can make tactical doctrine active for that unit.
Yeah, so he's going to apply that to the Terminators here. Okay, so the Terminators will get a further AP -1 to their Stormbolter fire shots. Terminators 6 shots, hitting on 2s because you stood still in a circle. Nasty. And rerolling the 1s as well. Azrael.
So
all of hit. 6s to wound because the toughness 8 on a Lehman Russ.
There's one.
That's 1. Now your AP -1. However, because of Psychic Barrier, I get +1 to my saving throws.
And tactical doctrine.
It's AP -1
That
for
makes it.
yeah. So it's 2 plus save. And I roll a 1.
Of course.
Typical. Shots from the assault cannon hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. And that's all hit. Strength 6, toughness of 8 is a 5 to wound. Good catch, Phil. 5 to wound.
Ooh.
2.
2 wounds, yeah.
AP -1 +1 because of Psychic Barrier. And I will get another 1. So it's down to 10 wounds remaining on the Lehman Russ. Can't complain. Next up is, it looks like it could be the Redemptor Dreadnought. It's bracketed, so it's down to 5 wounds remaining. So he's going to fire, I presume he's going to do maximum firepower.
Maximum firepower.
This Lehman Russ. And this Lehman Russ is commanded by Chris Comiskey, a Patreon on the channel. So you're going to do the primary weapon first?
Yeah.
So D6 shots with the heavy plasma incinerator. 3 shots. Okay, hitting on 4s.
I'm overcharging.
And you're overcharging. 2 have hit their mark. And strength of the weapon is 9, toughness of 8, so 3s to wound. And that's a reroll nothing. So that's AP -4.
Reroll that.
But he's going to spend a command point to reroll.
Yes.
And that is AP -4, so that'll be 6 damage unless we get boxcars because of Psychic Barrier. Ah, no. Okay, 6 wounds have come through, down to 4 wounds remaining on this Leman Russ here. This Leman Russ is in a bit of trouble. Rocket pod, heavy D3.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, he's just double checking.
Taking range.
Oh yeah, you're in range. Yep, you're in range because of the L.
Heavy D3.
Heavy D3 shots. That is a 3. The Dark Angel symbol comes to life.
On
So hitting on 4s, yes. 2 have hit their mark.
Yeah.
Strength of 7. 5 to wound, toughness 8. So 5 to wound. Oh no, 2 4s. Not to be. Next up is the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, which is heavy 8. Sorry, Onslaught Gatling Cannon. Just that there. It's not the heavy version.
It's heavy 8.
Heavy 8.
It's 12 for the Onslaught, so heavy 8.
Heavy 8. So yeah, Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon is 12 shots. This is hitting on 4s because it's bracketed.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because of the Chapter Master.
Oh, it came back as a 1.
He's a Chapter Master, isn't he? The Dark
Angels.
Angel.
Yeah, he's the Chapter Master.
Chapter Master of the Dark Angels. And the model is older than the character himself in the lore. I mean, come on. Come on, Games Workshop. Remake that model.
So these hit strength 5.
Strength 5, toughness of 8, needing 5 to wound. 2 wounds. That's AP minus 1 as well.
1, yeah.
Plus 1 for Psychic Barrier.
Devastator Doctrine. Because he's given. No, he's not.
No, it's for the Terminators. Yes. Oh, you had me scared there. So hit wound. Saving on 2s, and we save this time because of the Psychic Barrier ability. Stormbolter, 4 shots. Hitting on 4s. 3 on 1s because it's a core unit.
So 2.
2 have hit their mark. 6 to wound because strength 4, toughness 8.
Oh, 2
boxcars! Dear me. So no 2 saves, no AP, no cheeky 1s there, so armour bounces off there. Good roll, Phil. Marine Talon Masters fires his twin assault cannon into the white shields, and the twin heavy bolter is going to shoot at the Leman Russ. Now, I'll suggest it to Phil that he fires the twin heavy bolters into the Leman Russ because it's 2 damage a time. It wouldn't make a difference with the assault cannon because the heavy bolter is higher caliber.
This is the assault cannon.
Twin assault cannon hitting on 2s because vehicles ignore the penalty for heavy now, so it's very nasty.
4 misses.
4 misses.
So 8 hits.
2s to wound. I'm not going to spend any stratagem if they're going to die. Take away those 1s. There's another one there. There's 5 wounds. AP minus 1. If I get 2 6s. They could live. I don't know.
Oh, 3 6s.
3 6s. Okay, that leaves the 2 remaining patrons alive. Wow, brilliant stuff. So who are these patrons? David Iverson and Zach Butler. Zach Butler's a white shield at the moment. He loves being a white shield. As well as David. Come on, lads. Keep it up.
Twin heavy bolter into the
Leman Russ, hitting on 2s. All hit their mark. 5s to wound. Nothing. Armour bounces off. The bolter rounds bounce off the armour. Not good there. Anything else?
No, that's all I've got.
I think that's it. You're not going to shoot with the Outriders?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's going to do it.
So the Outriders now going to have to shoot into these.
Oh, they're going to shoot into the white shields.
Yeah,
you're going to kill my patrons.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought so. Yeah, getting rid of the troops' choices over there. So that'll be 8 shots. There, he's just going to make sure overkill. These poor guardsmen. Actually, white shields. They're not guardsmen.
Hit on 3s.
They're not guardsmen. Is he on 3s?
That's a miss. That's a miss. That's
a miss. Okay, unless you roll poorly, I highly doubt it. Okay, so 5. AP minus 1 for the Emperor. 5 6s. No, they're gone. They're slaughtered. Thank you, Zach Butler and David Iverson, for your support. Then it's going to shoot its Stormbolter into that squad over there, hitting on 3s. 2 have hit their mark.
Yes, he's a 3, yes.
Yeah. He's a chaplain.
Strength 4.
Strength 4, toughness of 3.
2.
That's actually dense terrain. It would be a -1, so one of
6.
them would have been a miss because dense terrain. So it's -1 to hit rolls.
Oh.
It's only 1 wound, but you 1 wound, wasn't it?
1 wound, yeah.
1 wound. So a +1 save because cover. No, so another guardsman has been shot over there.
He's a sergeant, I think.
He's a sergeant. Don't take him off.
Don't
He's a
take that
Patreon. Another one gone. That's not good actually. So if they roll a 6 again for their morale, it'd be very poor. Actually, put a 2 there to remind us of the morale.
Yes.
Okay, it's the twist of this scenario. Anything else?
Bike into that rust.
Yes, the attack bike could destroy this Lehman Rust. There's 2 shots hitting on 3s. Actually, you're a biker, so you have a -1 to hit because of heavy weapons. Bikers are not affected by the vehicle keyword. So hitting on 4s with a multi-melter.
I've got the bolters on there.
Yep, you've got the bolters as well. So the bolters will be shooting at...
Can they shoot different targets? Same, it's one unit. Can't split fire like that, can I? No.
Yes. No, you can. Yep. Yeah, you can.
I can shoot the bolters at them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not like... Okay, I'll shoot the bolters there.
Makes sense, you can do that.
Is that 4? 4 shots?
Yep, 4 shots.
It's not heavy weapons, so 3.
So 3s to hit with the bolt guns. Twin bolt guns.
Hits.
3s to wound.
One.
1 wound. And no, take another guardsman off. So its morale is 3 on them. So take him off. Anonymous guardsman. Fill in his place at patreon.com/JBWargamer87 for £2 a month. Become a guardsman. Become a guardsman of the 18th Cadian Army Group. Oh dear me, and they don't last long.
So multi-melter into the rust.
Okay. 1 hit. Unless you roll a 6 to damage. So force the wound because it's toughness 8. Ah, you spent that command reroll earlier on as well. That's stuff he can do. Okay, it's failed to wound there. The Lehman Rust is defiant. It's still alive. Is there anything else?
Yeah, the Dark Talon.
The Dark Talon. Now he's going to select some targets here.
So the Hurricane Bolt was into what squad? This squad.
Infantry squad there. Yeah. And you've got the Rift Cannon as well. You're going to fire the Rift Cannon into the Hydra?
Yeah.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it into the Hydra.
Yeah.
Right. D3 shots. Another 2. 2 shots hitting on 3s. Don't roll 3s. Oh, no. 1 hit.
That one's not cocked, do you think? It's sort of halfway. It was like that in between. Wasn't full facing.
Wasn't full facing. I'll let you reroll. Go on. I'm a nice chap. No, too nice. 2d3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Is it 3 mortal wounds flat?
Yeah. 6.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That's it.
Down to 2. Down to 2 wounds remaining on the Hydra. It looks like the air superiority is winning here. Anything else?
No, just the Hurricane Bolters into that.
Hurricane Bolters into the squad. So that's going to be 6, 12, 2 lots is 24 shots into that squad. First 12, Hurricane Bolters hitting on the 3s. Second round of shots. So 9 hits so far. 17 hits. 3s to wound. I'm going to do Cadia stands. So 5+ regain because it's a new turn. No. So I'm down to 5 command points. Now I've had 10 saves to make. So your AP of minus is nothing. So it is forced to save. So again, it hasn't paid off the stratagem at all. But it's a good roll nonetheless. Only 4 have been cut down. I'm sorry, Harrison. I have to take you off tactically here. But thank you for your support, comrade. Right, so that is the end of the shooting phase for the Dark Angels. We can go straight on to the assault phase for the Dark Angels. So, declare your charges, Phil.
The chaplain is going to attack the Russ.
I see. Well, we could kill him, I suppose. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Defensive gunners, command point, stratagem. Here we go. Right.
They should do it.
4 dice. Hitting on 5s because of defensive gunners. None! 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 No! Now the las cannon. No! Now the Punisher Gatling cannon. We're not going to do it. A bit below, but hitting on 5s. And it looks as though there is only 5 hits, which is statistical, would you believe? Only 2 wounds. So 2 saves are 2+. Chaplain is going to live. Well, he takes a wound though in the process. But does the Chaplain make it into close combat? Does he make it? He does have the Litany, which is Litany of Hate. He does have 5 wounds.
So he's down to 4.
Yeah, because he's a Terminator. Now is the charge roll. So it's just double checking the range. 5-inch range. That is a 3. So that's a 4. No, so he's not going to make it into close combat. Now the Deathwing Knights are going to go into the Terminator. Into the Lean Russ.
They need a 4.
So they need a 4+. That is a 2 and a 5. Okay, they definitely make it in this time. Okay, they're going to slaughter that tank, I reckon. That tank's in trouble. Right, here we go. He's in. Okay, the biker is in, the attack bike. He's in close combat with the enemy over there. Riders into the Ogrins. However, I will overwatch with this Ogrin squad. 27 shots, hitting on 6s. Only 3 have hit their mark. They're strength 5 against toughness 5. 4s to wound. 1 wound. 1 armor save of 3+ on your Outrider squad, which makes it on a 6 anyway. And your charge distance. That's all the shooting there from the Ogrins. That's a 5-inch charge. They all make it into close combat there. So the attacks for over here. We have 9 attacks in total, because Sergeant has a base of 3 attacks, and then the other Primaris Battle Brother, he has 2 attacks base, +1 for a chainsword for each of them, and +1 again for each of them for being an Astartes unit. So you'll be hitting on 3s. 3s to hit.
Terrible.
No, that's not very good.
Terrible.
That is awful. Only 2 hits. And it's 5s to wound. 5s to wound.
I can re-roll 1s because he's a lieutenant.
Yes. Reroll the 1 to wound. And that's nothing.
Ooh.
No damage whatsoever. That's quite scary actually, because that's AP -2. They would have cut through the Ogrins there. So we are going to do our piling. But we're going to do, first of all, the Terminator Knights. Right, okay. This is going to be quite devastating. This is for 2 Terminators. So I presume you have your Sergeant left, don't you?
They don't have a Sergeant.
They don't have a
No,
Sergeant.
they're both Deathwing Knights.
So they have a base of 3 attacks, because you're Terminators, is it true?
They have, these Deathwing Knights have 2 attacks.
2 attacks base, begging your pardon. So 2 attacks base. You have +1 for being an Astartes. You get +1 for the ability, no foe too great to subdue, and you get a further AP- and a further +1 to wound, which is utterly deadly, and you get Litany of Hate, rerolling failed hit rolls because of the Chaplain's Aurora. So that's 8 attacks hitting on 3s rerolling, unless you're hitting on 2s. Just double checking
2s.
here. You are hitting on 2s because you are Knights.
So 8.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay.
These are the elite Terminators, so they're probably the toughest Terminators in the game. Dark Angels. They've all hit. This is going to be brutal. The strength of the weapon is
It's strength times 2, so it's strength 8.
Strength 8. So toughness 8, +1 to wound against no foe too great to subdue.
Yeah.
So that's 3s to wound. And okay, so you take away the 1s and 2s. So you take another skull there.
Yes.
So that's 5 wounds, and that's
Does that
AP
reroll
minus. There's no lieutenant within 6, unfortunately.
No. So,
So 5 wounds come through, and the AP minus is 2,
it's
but
AP
-1, further AP -1.
So it's AP minus 3.
So 6 is to save, and each does a flat 3 damage.
Yeah.
We save none, that is 15 damage, and I'm sorry, Joseph, darling.
Do you explode?
You could explode. I'm sorry, Joseph. Darling. It does not blow up. Okay. Lehman Ross has succumbed to the mace of the Deathwing Knights. Thank you, Joseph, darling, for your support on YouTube and Patreon. Attack bike against the infantry squad. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength is 4. Toughness 3. That's 2 wounds, and would you believe it's AP -1 because of Assault Doctrine. So wounding on saves to 6. I wish that I didn't have Assault Doctrine on because they would have been 2 lives saved. But no, 2 anonymous, I hope.
They are anonymous, yes.
Is that a Voxcast on the top there?
Yes.
Take him back. I want.
Is that the sergeant?
Oh, is that, how many men are left?
It's just the sergeant and the guy and the heavy
What?
weapon.
How many men are dead?
All those.
What?
I've been picking them off.
You've been picking them
Yes,
off.
they're down to.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ah, utterly evil. Utterly evil. So the morale is 5?
Yeah, it's 5 now, yeah.
5. Oh, no. That squad's in trouble over there. That's not good. Right, we're going to do... Right, we're going to have some vengeance here. We're going to start attacking these bikers here. Right, Ogrins. I don't, unfortunately, get Avalanche and Muscle because I was charged at. I was at the receiving end. Nonetheless, it's 18 attacks in total, hitting on 3s. Strength is 5, and toughness of 5. 4s to wound. That is only 5 saves. 5 saves of 3+ on your Outriders. And he saved all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Okay, no damage whatsoever there.
Either way.
Either way.
Useless.
Useless. Sergeant Peter Nastro.
Vicious.
Right, I'm going to give him a chance.
Vicious.
Posthumously, as well as honourably. If he cuts down this bike, I will give him a medal. Okay. Against an Imperial. So let's see. So this is going to be forced to hit. Oh, he could stand a chance. Come on, Peter. 5s to wound. No, you can't cut him down. 1 save of 3+. No. So that there is no save there. Sorry, no damage there whatsoever. Now the heavy weapons team. 1 hit only. And no wound. So that's the attacks done there for the Astra Militarum. I'm going to quickly do morale. Our morale is 4, and it's a -1 applied already for the amount of casualties. But we get +1 to counteract that -1. So back up to 4 because of the regimental banner. And then over here, it is 5 casualties in total. So here we go. Get low. That's a 2. Leadership of 7.
-1. Because of he's.
Interrogator Chaplain.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
got an aura.
He's got an aura. Okay. Is he within 6 inches? We'll find out. Within 6. Fine. I needed a 2, and that was perfect. They hold their morale. Good. And any other morale? Nothing. No. So now all of a sudden, it's the end of your turn, isn't it? you score 4 points.
Yes.
Because
I have
of that character. So, the Dark Angels are winning.
Is this round 3, wasn't it?
Is this round 3? I scored 3 in the last turn. You've scored 4. So that brings the total to 10-9.
Yeah, 10-9.
Very tight game here. But we're going to go on to a new battle round. It is battle round 4, turn 4 for the Astra Militarum. 4 command points, back up to 5 for the Astra Militarum on battle round 4, beginning at the command phase. Right, it's the end of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum. I had to spend a command point for the Tech Priest Engine Seer. I rolled a 1 for its advanced move because I wanted to repair this vehicle. And I spent the command point, didn't regain the command point for Grand Strategist, but I rolled another 1 for the command reroll, so he only moved 7, so it was not enough to reach that Legion Rust there to repair it. Just thinking actually, jury rigging, would that make any difference? No, I don't think so. So I'm not going to do that there. So what I've done here is the Wyvern has stood still, infantry squad has stood still at the back here, really just sat at the back here pretty much all game. They will fire a few shots over here though, and las cannon potentially against the flyer over there. The Hydra is severely damaged over there, but still going to do some firepower over there. The Ogrins are still in close combat because they're quite good in close combat. Base attack of 3 attacks for them. The infantry squad has moved forward and advanced as well, 5 inches. So they have secured this objective, which is good news indeed. And then over here, I've moved the Legion Rust less than half move, about 3 inches, just to make sure I can get into orders range for this Legion Rust over here as well. The Sentinel has stood still, and he's going to probably do another shot against the Redemptor Dreadnought. The infantry squad has fallen back. There is no point staying in close combat. We will die in close combat. So we have to be on the defensive here. We're running out of steam for the Astra Militarum. It's a bit of a tricky mission, this one. It's been a tough battle for them. The Dark Angels have definitely given them a good fight. So what we're going to do now is going to go straight onto the Psychic phase. And we are going to cast Smite into the Outriders. Warp charge value of 5, which goes off on a 7, and that's D3 mortal wounds against the Outriders, and that's a full 3 mortal wounds. So that there is 4 wounds each, so you do have 1 wound remaining on that Outrider squad. That helps a little bit. That's the end of the Psychic phase. Straight onto the shooting phase now, and orders to issue, and then shooting. Orders have been issued. He's going to issue an order to himself to smite at will. This Legion Rust is staying still, so there's no point spending the command point to do an additional order. The next order was for this squad here, transmitting Voxcast into this Voxcast, because the command is within 3 inches of this Voxcaster and just within 18 of this Voxcaster, is going to do forwards for the Emperor. So that means when we advance, they can still shoot. Over here, we can do take aim as they stood still, which means they will re-roll their failed hit rolls because of the Born Soldier's trait there. And then take aim as well for this infantry squad that stood still, re-rolling failed hit rolls. So that there is the end of the orders phase. We're going to go straight onto the shooting phase now for the Astra Militarum. The command vehicle is going to fire both multi-melters into that land speeder. And then we have the las cannon and exterminator auto cannon is going to shoot into the terminators. Actually, the las cannon is going to shoot into the Redemptor Dreadnought. So we're going to fire the 4 multi-melter shots into that land speeder. I want that land speeder to be destroyed. So hitting on 3s, 2 hits, 3s to wound, 1 wound, and you have 4 wounds remaining. I'm going to make sure you die, so I'm going to command reroll. So 5 plus a regain. I don't regain that command point, and this is to reroll the wound. I wound. So it's AP minus 4. There's nothing you can do, not within Armor Bane, so don't roll a 1 and a 3. I don't believe it. Only 2 damage! Oh, no! Oh! What a waste! Ah, the multi-melters, they've let me down. Right, okay. Vengeance. Vengeance. So the Exterminator autocannon is going to go into the Terminators now. Hitting on 3s. I re-roll the 1s because of because of the nature of Cadians. They are born soldiers. They've all hit their mark. Inner circle means they're only wounding on 4s. So that's 4 wounds at AP minus of 1, but you do get your nothing. No, you haven't got any storm shields. So you've got a 3+ armor save. Your Terminators. Are you going to absorb the hits on him? It'd be 2 damage a time.
Yeah.
So you can do 1 at a time at 2+. He's taking 2 damage. He saved because of the +1 saving throw. He saved again because of the +1 saving throw. He's absorbed all those autocannon hits. What a hit. What a hero he has. He has taken wounds, but he's still alive. He saved that squad. And that would have been 2 Terminators dead. Maybe. No, 1 Terminator dead at least. And 1 severely injured. Had it not been for the efforts of that Terminator veteran brother there.
He's my
of the inner circle.
My converted one. He's
your converted one. Let's have a quick sneak peek. Oh!
It's got a line shield.
The line shield. And it's wedged as well. Deflects the armour really well. Excellent. So we have a las cannon now. This is against the Dreadnought, the Redemptor. Hitting on 3s, which hits. 3s to wound, toughness 7. It does wound, AP minus of 3. 6 up save for your Redemptor Dreadnought. That's a 2. And how many wounds you got left?
5.
I need a 5 or a 6. It's a 1! Oh, nothing. So that's the end there. Now I'm going to do Marshal Cummings's Redemptor Dreadnought. So the las cannon. 4 is a hit. 3's to wound. No! No! And now the Punisher. I must destroy. Ah, this is killing me. What am I going to do? Oh, right, I'm going to have to do... Stupid game. It's so stupid. I'm just going to double check the ranges here. I'm not within Armour Bane as well. Oh, no. Right, I'm going to risk it, okay? I'm going to do... Well, that's it, I'm fed up with it. Take away that land speeder. I'm going to do 2 multi-melters into that. And then I'm going to do the Punisher into the Terminators. And then I'm going to do the las cannon to finish off the Redemptor. Right. So, the multi-melters first. 4s. Rerolling 1s. Stood still. Yes! Come on, 3s to wound. Should die. 2 wounds. How many wounds you got left?
2.
2. AP minus 4. Doesn't matter if I roll the damage. I'll roll the damage anyway. That would have been 8 damage on the land speeder. Does it blow up? No. It does not blow up. The land speeder is destroyed. Las cannon. This is Chris Comiskey's las cannon here. Just blew up a land speeder. That's very good. Hitting on... Missed!
They always miss.
Now the Punisher Gatling cannon. 40 shots into the Terminators. Right, this is the Punisher Gatling cannon into the Terminators. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of Born Soldiers of Cadia. Generates another 2 hits. Rolling to wound. 4s to wound because of inner circle. So only 3 have got through. So 3 so far. Another round of 20 because of grinding advance. Lehman Russ battle tank. So we're hitting on 4s. That's awful. Oh, so bad. I'm going to re-roll the 1s as well. That's another 1 actually. I'll take that back. I've got another one there. It only generates another 2. So 10 hits. 4s to wound because of inner circle. So that's 3 plus 7. So that's 10 saving throws of 2+ on your Terminators. Come on, Phil. Light them up!
2.
2 wounds.
So he'll die.
So he'll die, heroically. And a wound passes over onto another veteran battle brother. Dark Angels Terminators. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. That's for the shooting over here. We've done the shooting there. Now the Wyvern is going to concentrate all its firepower into the Deathwing Knights. The Heavy Bolt is going to go into the flyer as well. Storm Shard Mortar, 46 shots. That there is 8, 10, 13. So 13 shots here. So quickly get these. Yep. Hitting on 4s. No 1s. So they've hit there. Forced to wound. Nature of the weapon allows me to re-roll failed wound rolls. 6 saves of 2+. Oh, another wound.
So he's dead.
He's dead. Okay, a knight has been brought down. Now the heavy bolter into the flyer. 2 hits. 1 wound. 1 save of 4+ on your flyer.
6.
6 is a save. That's saved there from the heavy bolter round. It's infantry squad. Now I can see the Deathwing Knight over there. It's going to be -1 to hit because of dense terrain. And furthermore, the infantry squad's remaining firepower is going to shoot into the flyer. The las cannon into the knight. Oh yes, he's hit. Strength is 9, toughness is 4, 2s to wound. But you are part of the inner circle, are you not? 4s to wound. 5 is a wound. And that's AP minus of 3, but you do have a 4+ invulnerable save. Which passes, it deflects the las cannon shot, and it does absolutely nothing. Nothing we can do about that. And then we're going to do the las gun shots into over here. Needing 5s, I re-roll failed hit rolls because of take aim. This is against the flyer. Generates another few hits there, and 6s to wound. Nothing. Okay. Solid shot grenade launcher, hitting on 5. I hit, and that's a wound. That's AP minus of 1, 4+ save. Ah, it would have been D3 damage as well. Okay. So next we're going to do the Hydra. Now the heavy bolter can only see the flyer. I don't think you can see the Terminator. So we're going to do the Hydra flak cannon first. Actually, I'm going to do the heavy bolter. Don't waste the firepower.
The heavy bolter, you can be seen.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do the heavy bolter into the flyer. No wound there. Now the Hydra flak cannon. It's going to hit on bracket is 6s. It's always going to be 6s.
6s on 2.
So hitting on 6s. Wow, it's good recovery.
Right.
Okay. Strength is 7. Toughness is 7. Force to wound. 2 wounds. AP minus of 1. Each does a flat 2 damage. And it does, that's 4 damage on your flyer. Okay. Yes, the commander is going to shoot. He's going to supercharge his plasma pistol. Tyler Grozelli for glory. Needing a 4 to hit -1. That is a 3. It is not to be. Second chance from the Commissar. He's just there in range 12. 4 is a hit. He's ballistic skill 3+. Strength of 8. 3s to wound. Yes, and that's AP minus 3.
What?
It's a plasma pistol after all. And you do have a 4+ invuln?
Yes.
Yes, so it just ignores. Yeah, because of Raven wings. So that just ignores that ability there. No damage. That's very useful to have that 4-up invuln. Very, very fast and agile. Next up is the command squad. And the command squad have a Flamer. So D6 shots. Only one automatically hits and no wound. That's a roll of a 3. And then las guns and pistol. Hitting on 4s because they are command squad. And 6s. 2 wounds. 2 wounds of AP minus nothing. So you got 2 free up saves. Free up saves.
Yes.
And they've saved. Forwards for the Emperor. Going to shoot into the Deathwing Knight over there. 2d6. 2 shots hitting on 5s. Nothing because he moved the heavy weapon. And then las guns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a grenade launcher. So 6 shots here, hitting on 4s. 2 wounds, 2 saves of 2+. Boxcars. And then grenade launcher, solid shot. And that is a 4. That is a hit. And that's a 2. And that's a failure. That's nothing. Inner circle ability does nothing. So that there. Oh no, I've got a squad over here. I'm going to do a solid shot grenade launcher into the flyer. Hitting on a 5. Rerollable because I take aim. No! Now the heavy bolter. Rerollable because I take aim. 2 hits. No wound. No wounds. And now it's the humble las gun. So that's 2, 4, 6 shots. 6 shots with the las guns, needing 5s. Re-rolling because of take aim. I'll move that away. 3, 6s to wound, nothing. No damage whatsoever. We're just double checking here. There's no pistol weapons in close contact with the enemy. And that is it. Except for over there, they can't shoot. They're done. So charges to declare. Charges to declare. I'm not going to declare any charges. So we're going to go on to a new round of close combat here for the Astra Militarum. Yep, 7 attacks. The enemy gets to fight first on my turn. So hitting on 3s. So take away the 1s and 2s. Strength is 4, toughness is 5 on an Ogrin. There's a Dark Angel symbol there. That's 2 wounds. And that's 2 wounds because it's AP minus 2 because of Chainsword, Astartes Chainsword, and its Assault Doctrine. So an Ogrin has taken 2 wounds. 18 attacks. And we're going to roll over here near where the Ogrins are. Hello boys, come on, get stuck in. Hitting on 3s. And that's a 4. Take away. That's a pretty good roll actually, I must say. The strength of these weapons is 5 because they use them as clubs. So 4 to wound. So I'm going to take away these hits, which means there's only 6 saves. So 6 saves of 3+ on your Outriders. That's a skull. That means one of your bikers is dead. And that's it. That's the only damage. Piling move now. I know it's a bit out of sequence, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Oh, maybe it would, but it doesn't matter now. I should have done that. That's my bad. So I'm just going to do that like that. Now tests for the Dark Angels. None. Grim Resolve. That's what they stand for. So there's no morale tests whatsoever. They ignore morale tests. So for us, we haven't lost any casualties on my turn. So we're going to go on to the Dark Angels' turn. It is turn 4 now for the Dark Angels. I score 3 victory points, which is good news. Bringing the score to 12 points to 10. But I think the Dark Angels have clenched victory here. It is not enough firepower to bring down that inner circle unit over there. So we're going to go straight on to Dark Angels, turn 4. CP regain on battle round 4, turn 4 for the Dark Angels. Reveal his litany. What are you going to do, God Chaplain, on the command phase?
Within 6 inches of this priest, add 2 inches to the... I'll try Canticle of Hate.
Canticle of Hate. Okay, 3+ to activate and answer the prayer. Yes, the Emperor is with the Dark Angels this day. So, that is it. That's the end of the command phase. We're going to go straight on to the movement phase now for the Astra. For the Dark Angels. Phil has not forgotten the ruse. I will reveal it. Let's have a look at this ruse for ourselves. Ruse. Tactical reserves. Uh-oh. 1 key unit joins the fray to tip the scales in your favour at a critical moment. Once per battle, you can select 1 unit from your army that has been destroyed and return it to the battle. During the reinforcement step of your movement phase, set that unit up wholly within your deployment zone, wholly within 6 of the edge of the battlefield, and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. So what unit is he going to choose? We will find out in the next segment. Okay, that is the twist here. There they are. So there is the Raven Wing that have been deployed over there. It's actually a bit of a shame because it has to be within your deployment zone. But nonetheless, reinforcements have arrived for the Dark Angels to try and sniff out and hunt Cypher. This detachment needs to find this character. Whereabouts is he? For both factions, we do not know. But he's lurking around somewhere. Right, it's the end of the movement phase on turn 4 for the Dark Angels. And Phil, tell us what you've done with your
the Deathwing Knight's heading off in that direction towards the battle.
Deathwing Knight. Singular. He's on his own.
The assault bike has done a move.
Yep.
Full move to there. Ready to attack.
Oh yeah, the reinforcement step.
Reinforcements arrived
with the twist. Yep, they've secured that objective.
Take the objective.
Yep.
And the Dark Talon has flown across to here.
Yep, he's flown over to there. And he's healed 3 wounds on one of the Terminators.
Yeah, so it's full bracket. And
that's for full bracket as well. I think the Terminators may have a 5+ feel no pain on top as well. So these Terminators are super, super tough. So we forgot to do that, unfortunately. But nonetheless, he's still doing his job, healing and reviving these Terminators here.
The chaplain's in here to make it within 6 inches here to give them +2 to their charges.
Yeah, brilliant. Very, very, very clever. So there's a chaplain behind there, if you can't see.
There he is.
He is definitely there. So that is the end of the movement phase. No psychic. Going to go straight onto the shooting phase now for the Dark Angels on turn 4, battle round 4. Right, hitting on 4s with this Redemptor Dreadnought. Are you going to concentrate all your firepower into that Leman Russ?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, the Heavy Plasma Incinerator, D6 shots.
6.
Oh no!
It's to help because it's hitting all 4s.
Are you going to supercharge?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I thought you would. So, hitting on 4s. Rerolling failed hit rolls because he's been blessed by the Chapter Master. You do take a mortal wound though.
That's okay.
So he's down to
3,
but he's done his job there, so that will be a bracket for him. So strength is 9.
Strength 9.
Strength 9. Toughness of 8. Any 3s, we're in trouble. And yep, that is enough. That's AP minus 4. I do have 3 saves, 6+. I need a triple 6. Well, I need 2 6s here. Nope, that's 9 damage. I'm sorry, Commander Chris Comiskey. Your tank has been destroyed by a defiant Redemptor Dreadnought. On a roll of a 6, you detonate. Yeah, you have to look through there. There he is.
You want to see that? He's seeing his... Yes, I want to see that.
I want to see the target myself. I want to see the target obliterate. Not on a free though, but that vehicle has not exploded. Thank you, Chris Comiskey, for your support on the Patreon page, but your character is removed once again from the battlefield. Terminators, yep. Terminators are going to... only the assault cannon can shoot because this is line of sight blocking terrain. But the Terminator with the assault cannon is going to shoot into this infantry squad here, and we will play. We will do a command. Spend a command point.
You've got 3 on this.
I have command points. Cadian stands. 5s to regain. No, down to 2 command points. So it's +1 to my saving throws. Hitting on 3s. Is it heavy?
Yeah, he didn't move.
He did not move. Okay, so hitting on 3s. He did not move. That means he hit on 2s. Yeah, hitting on 2s. Wow. Okay. So that's that there. Strength is 6. 2s to wound. Oh, okay. All wounded. AP -1, but +1 for Cadian stands. And we save 1, but 5 have been cut down. So it looks like it's these anonymous guardsmen, and that's going to be a morale factor of 6 because of the scenario. That is not good. Ah dear. The Dark Talon is going to fire the Rift Cannon into the Sentinel to finish that off, and the twin Hurricane Bolters are going to shoot into that infantry squad there. The Rift Cannon. D3 shots. Just moving these dice out of the way.
D3 shots.
D3 shots.
Oh,
3 shots. Hitting on
4s. Ballistic skill of 4+.
Yep. 1
hit. That's 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds is enough. Does it explode? It does not explode. None of the vehicles have exploded in this game so far. I'm sorry, Marshal Cummings. Your Sentinel squadron has been deleted. But thank you, comrade, for your support on the channel. Now the Hurricane Bolters into the infantry squad. Not good for the Astra Militarum. The first round hitting on
4s.
4s because of the damage bracket.
So 12 shots.
12 shots each. So take away those 3s. You've got another 3 there. Yep, so I need 7 have hit their mark.
7, yeah.
Yep, 7 so far. So 7 plus another round. Hurricane Bolters just delete infantry. Mass firepower. Number 7.
So that's 14.
So 14. This is strength 4. We are in assault doctrine, so we do get our AP no AP minus. We actually have Cadian stands, however. So that's quite a few wounds there.
What is it? Strength 4?
Strength 4, toughness of 3.
Oh, so 3s.
3s to wound, yep. Because only damage 1 weapon. And
yeah, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12, okay. 12 saves of 4+. So that there is 6 wounds. And that is enough to kill the squad. Ah, it is a sad day. Anonymous heavy weapons team, a Voxcaster. Oh, anonymous grenade specialist guardsman. And I'm sorry, Patrick Darling. Both the darlings of the channel have gone.
I've killed the Darling.
Oh, no. Sergeant Darling has been removed as casualty. You're a patron, you're killing your fellow comrades. How could you? It's civil war.
I only a cheap patron, they pay more.
It's perfectly narrative. Dark Angels, if they get angry about not telling the information to them,
where is Cypher?
He wants to find that character. He always flees like he does. A coward. Anything else? You've got the multi-melter.
Multi-melter.
You've run out of targets. They're in close combat. You could shoot, actually, I'll take that back. You could shoot against the Hydra if you wanted to, if you're in range 24, which I believe
I can't see it.
You can't see? Can you see the turret?
No.
Can't see the turret?
No, I don't think so.
We can check this off camera, but I think he can. Right. Interesting. Cannot see, even though the feather banner can see it, but that's not true line of sight. So we're counting it as hidden. The Hydra is still alive. But is there anything else to shoot with? He's run out of targets. No. There's nothing. Okay. So that's the end there of the shooting phase. Absolutely fantastic shooting phase for the Dark Angels. And now we're going to go straight on to...
Actually, no, I could actually shoot... the chaplain can shoot this squad.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do the chaplain next. So 2 shots, hitting on 3s. And that's Snake Eyes. Nothing there. Okay, he's there. Right. Charges. Ongoing melees. Any charges to declare?
We're going to try and charge him.
Yep.
With him.
Okay.
And we'll attempt to charge him, this group, with him.
Okay, around over there. So you're going to do the knight first? He'll do more damage, so I reckon he'll do him first. Yeah. He's just going to get his 8th edition ruler out. That's a Necron ruler, that is.
Is it?
I beg your pardon?
Oh no.
Yes, that looks like a...
Wait.
A 9th edition ruler, was it?
Here we go.
Oh, that's better. Proper Imperial one. Yes, there you go.
Now it's only 7.
Now
it's only 6.
That's a 6-inch charge because you're in engagement range.
5.5? What do you reckon?
Yeah, you need a 6.
6? 6
yeah,
it is, but
6 for that one.
He's got the thing.
He does have plus 2. And he needs a 4+ with 2 dice. And he makes it easily on a roll of an 8. Oh dear. Are you going to go into the Psyker as well?
He's the Psyker.
He's the Primaris Psyker. Yeah, he's going to go into there. So next up is the Assault Biker, Attack Biker. And he'll get plus 2 as well because of his Aurora. I love it when you bend the ruler like that. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It's 6 as well.
It's a 6 as well.
Well, from the edge of the bike.
From the edge of the bike.
6.
Yep. To get so need 2 dice on roll 6. He'll make it into close combat. He needs a 4 because of the Chaplain's Blessing. Oh. And that's a 5. That's perfect. So he whoops around into the Ogrins. But charges go first. Then afterwards I attack back. So the Knight will get to strike first. So 3 attacks, yep. Hitting on 2s because they're knights. And they've hit. Strength of the weapon is times 2. So freeze to wound because they're toughness 5. Ogren.
Yeah.
That's 2. 2 have been clobbered, would you believe? Because it's a flat 3 damage. Oh, you've got 1 command point left?
Yeah.
You want to spend it? You may as well.
I'm spending that last one for a reroll.
Spend his command point to reroll. That's a 1. But 2 Ogrins have been clobbered because it's a flat 3 damage, AP -3 for Assault Doctrine. Ouch. Okay. And their leadership is 6 plus leadership of the Commissar, actually leadership 8. So they ignore modifiers actually for Commissars. So next up is
the attack bike.
The attack bike. You got 3 attacks. 2 attacks, beg your pardon. So hitting on 3s, 1 hit, and 5s to wound because they're toughness 5. No. So now we're going to do our attacks against the Primaris. You get more attacks, I think. That's more of a threatening. But I'm going to do the Primaris Psyker into your Knight.
Oh, okay.
He has 3 attacks. I'm going to double check how many attacks he does have. I think he only has 2, maybe 3. We'll find out. Okay, take that back. We've got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Yep. Is he weapon skill 3+? Yes, he is. Okay, so he's hit 3 times. Strength is +2, making him strength 5, toughness 4. But inner circle always means roll 4+. He's rolled 2 wounds. 2 saves of 2+ because it's only AP -1. Okay, he's made it because of the +1 save of the Storm Shield. So it's pretty powerful there. That would have been D3 damage a time. And then now we're going to go for the Ogrins now into the Outriders. These are not Ball Ogrins. I wish they were. I will one day get those Ball Ogrins painted. But we have to suffice with regular Ogrins. So hitting on 3s, what's the wound? Because toughness 5. That there is only 5 saves of 3+. So 5 saves. 1 goes through, and he's got 2 wounds remaining. Actually, he's got 3 wounds remaining because he's a Primaris like. 7 attacks into the night.
No.
Devin Matthews is getting involved now. His Ogrin. Hitting on 3s. Wounding normally on 3s, but in a circle is only 4s. 2 wounds. 2 saves of 2+. Saved. He does not care. So that's the end of the attacks there. You may as well do the Primaris. So he's got a base of 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah,
They've all hit. And 5s to wound. And it's Assault Doctrine.
No.
And no wounds there. Okay, that's the end of close combat there. And I believe that's the end of close combat in general. So the objectives that the Dark Angels have scored, you scored 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, another 4. And I think we've come to a conclusion in this battle report. I think the Dark Angels have clenched victory here. We'll give you a final score and prediction what will happen on battle round 5. Right, that's the end of the game. We've come to a final score. It is 15 points to the Astra Militarum, to the Dark Angels is 17 points. The Dark Angels have won. It's not a high scoring game because it's obviously open war, very simple objectives, but nonetheless we've had great fun playing these open war cards. A lot of people on other channels, they do standard match play games, but in this channel we like to explore every single mission of 9th edition whenever possible. We like the skirmish, we like the big battles, we like the onslaught missions we'll hopefully do one day as well. So that concludes this battle.
You mean there is one more battle round, but
there is one battle round, but it wouldn't make a difference.
That would be it. It would be 14-17 afterwards because I'd have 3 and you'd probably have 3. So that's
they're too far away, and those troops wouldn't have made it.
Oh, it might
to
be
there.
More. So it's at least 14-17. So yeah.
I mean, I could if I. The thing is, the Voxcaster has died, so you can't even issue orders to them. So it would be impossible for them to reach. They're bogged down in close combat there. Now, the mistakes that I've done, I've probably done quite a few. Reading the comments section later on, but after this game, but it's just failing to bring down the Redemptor Dreadnought. That Redemptor Dreadnought was as tough as anything. It withstood a lot of punishment, and the dice rolling against that was a curse for me. So, unit of the game for you, I think, is that Redemptor Dreadnought. Honourable mention to the Flyer, that done incredibly well.
Very surprisingly, I expected that to die.
Well. No, it's done very, very well indeed. Unit of the game for me, the Leman Russes did quite well. They did quite well knocking out some units here. On a whole, not really a great performance from this sector. So unfortunately, once again, another defeat has happened for the Astra Militarum. So that concludes this game. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, James.
For coming down.
My pleasure.
A fellow Patreon. He is an Assault Battle Brother on the Patreon page, so thank you very much.
I've been killed a few times.
He's been kind and killed a few times.
Yes, I got a Tyranid at me once.
Yep.
Yeah, Tyranid.
Oh, right.
On Luke's channel.
On Luke's channel,
yeah.
Eh? Oh, dear. That's not very nice. Yes. Well, we'll check out that. That's
the
Apocalypse.
Stealer, the Gene Stealer.
Yeah, the Gene Stealer. Yeah, I hate Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers. Right. So that's the end of this battle report. I'd just like to quickly conclude. If you like to get involved on my channel, do check out the end credits section. There's a lot of explaining to do. I'll just cut it short and simple. But if you're very, very interested in supporting what I do to deliver battle reports, do check out the end credits section. Do check out the last chapter of this video. Furthermore, YouTube membership is now live. I'd like to thank all of the YouTube members for supporting me on this channel, and thank you to all the patrons that are supporting me as well, no matter what level you are. Even if it's £1 a month, I'll be incredibly grateful for your support. It's very easy. Head over to patreon.com/JBWargamer87. The reward of leaving YouTube website, you get your name added in the credits section of the videos, all of the videos that I make. And super patrons that support me on Patreon as well as YouTube membership will get exclusive discounts when it comes to lifetime pledges. So that's the reward that super patrons will get, and for all those that are supporting me on the channel. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, happy wargaming. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to support this channel freely, please hit the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell button so you won't miss another video, share this video far and wide, and if it's one of your favourite videos, please add it to the favourites section, and follow the YouTube channel for more updates. You can also check me out on my other social media networks. You can check out the official page on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. If you want to contribute and support the channel further and want your name mentioned in our battle reports, or just support me in general, there are plenty of ways to do so. Head over to the Etsy store for channel merchandise. If you want to book up a game and participate on the channel, do contact me through my email address or through my social media pages. And if you want your name shouted out on the channel and you want to support me further in making more content, do check me out on Patreon. By becoming a Patreon, you'll help support the channel tremendously, and you'll get to unlock extra features that are only exclusive to Patreon members. These are all the current members that are supporting me right now, and I'd like to thank them all very much for supporting the channel. For Cadians, as well as the Ultramarines faction. Rise up to the ranks and win glory for the Emperor. And a big shout out to my YouTube members, as well as super patrons that support me on Patreon and YouTube membership. Tier 4 patron members, as well as YouTube members on my channel, will have access to the Striking Scorpion 82 Discord page. And I would like to also thank the channel sponsors, GoblinGaming, C Studios, Gammat.eu and the Magnet Baron. GoblinGaming have very kindly allowed me to have an affiliation link on the channel. Using the affiliation link when purchasing your items for all your hobby needs helps support the channel. I'm also featured on the Striking Scorpion 82 channel, and I also do a monthly battle report with YouTube membership on his channel as well. Thank you for watching, and happy wargaming!